Welcome to another episode of Speak on It, y'all. I'm your host. Got my two co-hosts with me. I'm super excited about this episode, man, because football is back. So majority of the show is gonna be about football, our picks, our preseason stuff. Listen, don't hold us to this stuff as the season go along, but I'm excited about football. I'm excited about it being back. We're gonna touch on some of the basketball stuff, but before we jump into that, I want to make sure that y'all are telling people that we are live, making sure that you are letting them know to share our page, to like our page, follow us on our YouTube page, follow us on Instagram, and listen to us on Spotify. But without further ado, I'm ready to get into the show, man. I'm excited. I'm gonna let Bill say something to y'all.
Welcome everybody. Enjoy the show and do hold us to it. We wanna be doing this. Hold us to it. Put our feet to the fire when we roll. Let us have it, man. Let us have it. I love dialogue, but welcome to the
Yeah.
show.
Hey man, I'm ready to get this thing rocking, man. I done put some thought and some deep thought into this. Listen, let's get it going, man.
I'm excited. All right, y'all. So listen, let's touch on real briefly. Let's touch on the basketball, the playoffs, real quick. Um, let's start with that Miami series, Miami Bucks series. I'd start with it. Taman said he wasn't. Taman said he didn't wasn't worried about the Bucks after that Orlando series. I told him, I said, listen, I'm worried. I'm worried about them. I think if Aaron Gordon was there, that would have been a longer series. And now we see when they face a tougher team, which I feel as though that they shouldn't have. Miami shouldn't have swept them. Well, shouldn't have beat them 5-1 or 4-1. But talk to me, man. How you feel about
Jimmy,
them? How you feel about them
Jimmy,
Bucks?
Jimmy. Oh man, these Bucks is the buck stops here. That's what Jimmy and them said when the buck stops here. Um, I mean, they got outplayed. Um, they got it was about matchups. And I mean I say that a lot, but they spread them out. Everybody was getting buckets. Shout out to the Heat, man. They did their thing, man. They did their thing. Tyler Hero is the hero, man.
He showed up big. He showed up big in against them, especially in the last two games. Um, I'll let Bill say something. Then I want to touch on something me and Bill been talking about in the chat. I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but if we did, I'm gonna mention it again. But I'm gonna let Bill give his thoughts on what happened with that, man.
I mean, when something like this happens, you're gonna start pointing fingers all over the place, and everybody's gonna get a slice of the pie. You're gonna start talking about the coach. What I mean, Budenholzer. You're gonna start talking about the supporting cast, Chris Middleton, and everything. But for me, it starts with the superstar. What I mean, and that's Giannis. What I mean, everyone's expecting him to be the back-to-back MVP. We're expecting him to be the defensive player of the year and the MVP. And we're gonna get this for the first time, I think, since Hakeem Olajuwon did it. So for me, this was more about him than it was even about the other team, because you pick a night, and it was a different guy for Miami. So it was that entire team, and it was Eric Spoelstra's coaching to me that was really the difference on for Miami. Because Jimmy Butler had some nights where he didn't go off scoring, and it was Goran Dragic that was the leading scorer. So for me, for Miami, they look good. I think they're going to be a tough out for whether it's Boston or Toronto. Looks like it's going to be Boston, but they're going to be a tough out. But for Milwaukee, they got a lot of thinking to do. They got a lot of decisions to make. Um, I guess over the fall, because this summer is pretty much over. So they got a lot of thinking to do, because you got to make decisions with Giannis. He's going to be a free agent after next season. So they've got a lot of decisions to make, and not a lot of time to do it. So I think that it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for the Bucks, because no one. Me and Dom always talked about it. No one feared them. And we seen it from Orlando, and then we seen it with Miami. No one feared them, and they could have had the best record. They could have won 75 games in the regular season. Nobody was going to fear them because they knew that Giannis's flaws were enough to keep them in a competitive series. You can go out every night and play a different team, and a guy not want to give the defensive effort or the coach not put in the game plan. But when you're playing against the same team, especially now in the bubble, every other night, you're not even getting 2 days off every other night. Man, he couldn't get over it mentally going into the next game of how bad he played in the last one.
Listen, I agree with both of y'all. One thing we talk about the Biff. I just don't know if he is Batman. I don't know if he's Batman. As of right now, he cannot be Batman on a championship team. He just can't, because the flaws that he has, it hinders everybody else.
If he wants to play this style, this style where he's going downhill, it's not gonna work. If he's gonna be, everybody kept saying it, man, he is dominant like Shaq. His numbers are dominant like Shaq. His numbers are. His presence and his performance aren't. And that's what he's got to do. If he can develop a post game or even a mid-range game, he'll be fine. But he can't play this style where it's just give me the ball and I'm going to use my length and my strength, because he's like LeBron James' game is flawed, and it's been flawed. He's not been a great shooter. But his ability to get to the rim and create space was good enough at the beginning of his career in order for him to develop a jumper. And now he's not a great shooter, but he's a more consistent shooter. So Giannis can still do that. But who wants to do that while losing?
Right.
And what organization is going to continue to lose, waiting for him to develop that part of his game? So if he wants to win right now, and an organization wants to use him to win right now, he's not going to be the best player on your team. And if he is going to be the best player on your team, that means you're going to devote a coach specifically for him to work on his post game. If you want him to be the best player on your team right now and make a championship run. This is 2 years in a row that we've seen a team just say, you know what? We're going to wall off everything. We're going to zone you up. We're going to make you a jump shooter. Beat us. And he hasn't been able to do it. Chris Middleton, to me, he was up and down in the series, but I felt as though he was good enough throughout the series for them to not get beat 4-1. Put it like that.
I agree.
One of the things you said was he would, if he gets the MVP, which it looks like he is, he'll be the first one to get the Defensive Player of the Year and MVP since Hakeem Olajuwon.
Mm-hmm.
When I thought about that, I'm not putting Giannis in the class Hakeem Olajuwon.
Not right now.
And the numbers look Shaq-ish, but I'm not putting him in the class with Shaq. And right now, he's in his prime, so like he has to get better, and it would be scary if he does get better, because he's able to actually do this without too many moves, if any.
The thing about it, well, both of y'all said, right? He's not Shaq, he's not Hakeem. We seen them win in the playoffs, right? And again, we also seen them lose in the playoffs. Shaq still was dominant, and Hakeem still was dominant. There's nothing that you could take away from either one of them. You couldn't take them out of games. What I'm seeing with Giannis is that teams can take him out of games. And that's what we've seen in Miami. We've seen him, yeah, he may have gotten 21, 16, 9, but for me, I always use the Shaq formula. If you've given me 30 in the regular season, I need you to, especially your MVP, I need you to elevate your game even more in the playoffs, because, like y'all say, all eyes are keyed on you. Coaches are developing game plans to beat you. So you need to know that and say, well, I'm going to develop a game plan to where they can't beat me. Two things that was interesting to me in this series, this is happening. It's like happening to Bud all over again. If I'm keeping it 100, I don't think he's absolved from any of it. We think about that Atlanta team he had, 62 wins, number 1 seed in the playoffs. I know he ran up against LeBron. However, he got swept 4-0. Same thing right now. They gutted it out. They got 1 game, and they have Giannis. So to me, it speaks a lot about Giannis as well. But to me, it speaks to Bud and his coaching style. He needs to put a game plan in place that allows Giannis to take advantage of who he is. Like, I love what Miami does with Bam, and that's what I was thinking about when I was watching that series. Maybe they need to play Giannis how they play Bam. Everything runs through him through the post, through the high post, instead of him coming downhill, having all those shooters around him, and him just trying to get a bucket from either him or his player. If they ran it through the post, now he can see where everybody is, and you can't wall him off. And now you got motion. You have shooters that are running off of screens in motion that allows him to either take advantage of his man that's guarding him, or find the open guys and get shooters open that way.
I mean, that would work if he develops that mid range game. That would definitely be a threat. Because then, you know what I mean, you can pass off of that, you can shoot, you know what I mean, find your open guys. So I see what you're saying.
So to me, again, because he said he wanted to stay. I want to touch on that, then move on to the next. He said he wants to stay in Milwaukee. Good or bad?
If he stays, that's good. He won't be a villain.
I think it's great if he wants to stay, but he can't stay and things remain the same.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's the only problem. But I mean, if he doesn't want to go, and not saying that that's what he's going to do, because I'm pretty sure he's going to have his say. But if he wants to go and play a second or third wheel on a championship team, hey, go do that too. But I mean, I'd rather him stay, keep the league balanced. Maybe find a way to get another guy out there with him. Or if he does go, I see somebody say something about, I think it was like Miami or something, like him going to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere where he could be alongside another superstar. Don't go somewhere where they're already stacked. You know what I mean? So, but I'd rather him stay there and just keep the league a little bit more balanced.
I agree. I would rather him stay. The reason I ask good or bad is I think it's good for the league and it's good for Milwaukee, the Bucks organization. I think if he stays and things remain the same, it's bad for Giannis. Because we got to think about what's going to happen in next year, in the next couple of years. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant coming back. We don't know what's going to happen with the Sixers. If they're going to get better. You think about Boston, how those emerging stars are going to get better, and what is Milwaukee putting around him to get better. So if he stays and they aren't bringing in players to actually help him get better or to help that team get better, I think it's bad for him. I'm hearing that they think about Chris Paul though. So thoughts on that before we move forward? And
it'd be a nice look.
I think so too. Getting rid of Eric Bledsoe. You think getting rid of Eric Bledsoe is a bad thing for them?
No, I think getting rid of Eric Bledsoe is a great thing for them. I don't think Chris Paul, not saying that he's not good anymore, but I don't think he's the type of guy. Like, you need somebody. Giannis needs a guy that can take over scoring when he's not going. When he's getting walled off or he doesn't have it going. He needs another guy that can take over. And Chris Paul has never really been that type of guy. I know he was killing it this year in the fourth quarter all season long, but you even seen it in the Rockets series. There were games where that's not who he is. He's not that guy consistently that's just going to dominate the ball to be a scorer. He's a facilitator. So I don't really think that Chris Paul is the answer. I think he's going to need somebody a little bit more dynamic and more killer mentality as far as the scoring.
Dang, babe, you keep opening up. I'm trying to get off this question, but the thing that made me think about it, right? What you said, that is Bradley Beal. Can they figure out a way to bring in Bradley Beal?
That would be real nice.
They figure out a way to bring in Bradley Beal, to that Bucks organization, I think they can compete with everybody else. So, but you mentioned the Rockets, so I do want to. I'll say this real quick about my Miami pick. I do think that it is Miami. I'm in Boston. I like what Miami's doing. I think Coach Spo is really, really showing that he can coach, and it wasn't just about LeBron and Dwayne Wade. But I'm gonna tell you this: if they meet Toronto, I think they sweep Toronto. But I think that the Miami Boston series is a good matchup. I think that's going 7. So we talked about the Rockets, right? Let's stay there. Man, I picked the Rockets to win that series in 6. So that means they got 1-3 straight. I still love what I'm seeing about the Rockets. I'm still feeling good about my pick. But the person that is throwing a wrench in everything right now in that series is Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo is throwing a wrench in that series. Because LeBron, we see LeBron and AD, they still doing their thing. You said he was going, if AD gave you 35 and 12, they was going win in 5. I seen him still doing that, and they were still down and losing. But Rondo, man, it's like playoff Rondo. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, last night, I think he went 7 for 9 from the field. He had like 4 3-pointers. I'm like, man, if they get this Rondo, man, they taking it all. Real rap. Like, he playing defense. He's setting the tone. Playoff Rondo. I think the combination of Rondo for the Lakers and the combination of what Biv always say, and I think Taman said too, Russell Westbrook is killing them. Russell Westbrook is killing the Rockets, man. Like, he's killing them. And Mike D'Antoni, I think coaching moves. Game 2, they up. I think they were up. They put take a shooter off the court, put Russell Westbrook back in the game, kill spacing, hurt the team. They end up losing that game. So I think the combination of Russell Westbrook, Mike D'Antoni, and Rajon Rondo is why we see the Lakers up 2-1.
We'll see what happens down the stretch. But D'Antoni needs to make some adjustments if he want to keep his job.
Like, what can I say, man? This is what Rondo do. Like, if anybody is shocked and surprised by this, they haven't been watching basketball for the past decade, man. This is what this guy has been doing. Well, it's been longer than that now. He won the championship in 2008. So, but the Lakers, it's the rest of those guys, man. They scare me. They're bad. Like, it wasn't until like the other day I didn't know that KCP was drafted so high.
Yeah.
Man, that's terrible.
He wouldn't have had a couple people.
Terrible.
That's terrible, man. But the Rockets, I still believe, and I said it in the last series, and I say it now, they are better with Russell Westbrook on the sideline. They are. Yeah. You know, and it hurts me to say that, man, because I've always stuck up for Russell Westbrook. I always stuck up for him, no matter what. I stuck up for him, but I can't no more. Like, this is gonna be another situation where you can look at him to be the reason why his team's not moving on. And the Rockets have a really good system for the players that they have. They have the perfect players for the system, minus him. And that's strange, thinking that, you know, you're talking about a superstar, you're talking about a top 10, top 15 talent, and we're talking about him being the reason why this team is probably losing this series and will probably be the reason that they do eventually lose this series. The Lakers aren't who we thought they were. They're really not that good. They're really not. Man, AD and LeBron can do whatever they want, but the rest of those guys, the supporting cast, Kuzma, is he still on the Lakers?
Yes, he's still on the Lakers.
Kyle Kuzma still plays for the Lakers? I didn't know. I haven't seen him in a while. But my only issue with the Lakers, and I'm getting ready to be real, again, is the every other night thing. Like, I know they haven't been in the bubble long. They had a long layoff, but LeBron is doing a lot at his age every other night. Every other night. And I hope he can keep it up. I hope he can keep it up because it's been entertaining. It's been great watching LeBron just put on a show. Because that's what he's been doing. AD, he do look soft sometimes. I give it to him. He do look soft sometimes. But when he
you gotta admit that watching this, you gotta admit that.
Who? Me?
AD been looking soft. He looks soft at times.
Yeah, I have.
But when he gets aggressive,
but I've seen where it's like, come on now, you got PJ Tucker on. What's happening? But go ahead, man.
Yeah, but when he becomes aggressive, you see a difference. Like they can't guard you. They have no bit. Like PJ Tucker is a great defender in my opinion. He's a great defender, but he's short. He's short. He's strong, but he's short. And like when AD is taking 20-foot fadeaways over a guy he could just literally turn around and shoot over, I get angry. I get real angry. I'll be like, come on, dude. Like, just dominate. That's it. Just dominate.
Makes him though. He makes them though, so that's what makes it.
He makes some of them. He miss some of them. Like game one, and listen. So this game two yesterday, and to get it, I picked them because I thought that AD was soft. Just being real. But so game two or game three, we just gonna go with game three. LeBron had 29 in the first half, balling, and I look at it. I look at the score. And the Rockets up 2, like LeBron is dominating, killing them. Everything he threw up was going in. AD had like 12 rebounds.
They was having a good shooting night.
Yeah, and that is why I still think the Rockets are in this game because the Rockets haven't had good shooting nights. Last night they matched the Lakers in 3-point shooting, so the Lakers matched them in 3-point shooting, and they matched them in free throws. And I'm like, the Lakers aren't going to keep this up. Rajon Rondo is not going to keep hitting these threes like this. Now he is playoff Rondo, but he ain't going to keep knocking down these threes like this. So,
well, I can say the same thing about the Rockets. Like I believe they are shooting like themselves right now. Like Eric Gordon is the most inconsistent jump shooter I've ever seen. Like, dude, and it'd be looking good on him. But at least I'd be like, yo, that's wet. And then it'd be short. I'd be like, man, but this is who they are. So I feel like I'm with you. I feel like the Rockets are in this series because it's the rest of the dudes on the Lakers.
And that's why I picked them to lose.
If AD or LeBron ever get in foul trouble in the game, they're gonna lose that game. They're gonna lose that game. If they can't play 35 plus minutes because of foul trouble, they're going to lose that game because they do not have another guy that can just go get a bucket. While the Rockets have a few.
Have a bunch of them. I'll tell you this. If LeBron goes down, this series is over. It's over because, and I know Rondo, he can step in and create for everybody else. But I thought I did think if AD was going to go down yesterday, but I still think that they can win a game with AD out. I don't think if LeBron goes down, I don't think they can win a game at all. But the Rockets aren't shooting good. They aren't hitting threes. And the crazy thing is they aren't taking them. They aren't taking threes, which is crazy, right? I think last night I had my stats up. But last night it was like they was 10 for 29. When the series before they averaged 56 3-pointers. They average getting up 56 3-point attempts a game. Like this series, they aren't taking as many threes as they were during the regular series. Now I don't know if that's defense or I don't know if a couple of times I watched the game, I'm like, just take that shot. Stop passing it. Stop pump faking. The ball get to you. Just take it. But I don't know if that is the Lakers' length or if that's just them not taking the threes. So, I don't know, but to this Denver series, I still think that the Rockets win, maybe just in 7 though. But to this Lakers series, I mean to this I'm gonna go to the Denver series first. That's
Let's
the
get to
only series we
football,
got to go
bro.
to, right?
Let's
There
get to
ain't no other
football,
series out
bro.
there.
Let's
Huh?
get to the football, man. Let's
Well,
get
listen,
to the
Denver
football.
series, all right, cool. I think the it's over. What's they win tonight? I think the Clippers win tonight and it's over.
I feel I concur. Like LA conference final.
Cool. Hold on. Before we get into football,
Nuggets in 7.
good. Okay. I picked the Nuggets. I guess I should stick with them, but
I'm sticking with them. I'm gonna ride it out.
real quick before we jump
Ride
into
it to the
football,
wheels fall off.
I know you happy about this, Tamon. Billy Donovan out.
He actually performed well this season, in my opinion. But
It was a
except he's
mutual
probably going
agreement.
to Chicago, so sorry,
That's why I heard
Billy.
he might go there. I
Sorry,
seen the
Billy.
link with the Sixers. I said, man, I'm a Pelicans fan if he come there.
All right, that's what the odds have got him like #1 up there.
I
Going to
seen it.
Chicago.
I seen it. But listen, hey, it's 7:30. Let's get it, man. Let's get into football. Let's get into the football. Football is back, right? Before we get into the meat of it, Jalen Ramsey got paid, highest paid cornerback in the NFL. Thoughts on that?
He deserves it. Unfortunately, we're in with the Rams.
You
But
think it had? Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see
get
it
your
in
bread, young man. Get your
We'll see
bread.
it in our
Unfortunately, we
picks.
got to see you twice in the. Get your bread, young fella. Get your bread. Hopefully, they trade you and they go ahead
They
and.
ain't trading him. They ain't trading. He locked up for it. He locked up for forever. DeAndre Hopkins got his bread as well. Another AFC West person getting paid and happy. So we should
Shout
see
out to
them.
him. Get your bread. He's not getting traded. Get your
He
bread.
got a no trade clause. So
Oh, he got a no trade clause. Oh,
Yep.
so we really
He
got
ain't
to see
going
him
nowhere.
twice for the longest. God dang. All
He
right,
ain't going
man.
nowhere.
All right,
let's
shout
jump
out to
into
the
it. Right, let's jump into it. So let's jump into.
divisions.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Let's start with the AFC East. I think that was an
Okay,
intriguing. I think that's an intriguing division. Let's start there. Let's start at the bottom, where I think the bottom going to be. Where I think the bottom going to be, Jets. Let's start with the Jets, right? I got them at 4-12. I got the Jets at 4-12.
Now, when I looked at the Jets and looked at their schedule, I said 5-11.
I can see. Listen,
4-12. I could see that as well.
I say I gotta see
4-12 too, bro.
I say I gotta see the 5th game. What you talking about? 4-12.
When
5-11. I struggled with 4-12.
it was possible, but just looking at the team that they got, right? They got I kind of like their quarterback, Sam Darnold. I ain't even gonna hold you. I kind of like him. He's not the best. He's not the worst, in my opinion. They've done worse.
He's solid.
Or as Sanchez. So, if Le'Veon Bell can get back to himself, that's pretty decent. They got what's his name, Frank Gore back there as well. So he's consistent. He's not going to get injured. He might get you 1,000 yards, or he might get you 800. Either way, he's running for reasons, in my opinion. But where it got slim at, in my opinion, was their wide receiving core, and their defense as well. Especially losing my man Jamal Adams going to Seattle.
What's name opted out? CJ Mosley.
So yeah, that kills
no pass rusher.
That was killing what you was trying to build. So I got them at 5-11.
Yeah, 4-12.
4-12.
Yeah. I just don't see a lot there. There's not a lot there. That for me, and that's why I picked them at 4-12. I got the Dolphins at 6-10, which was it was crazy for me when I was looking at, because I was like, dang, they made a lot of moves, right? They made a lot of moves. They are a better team. And I think last year they went 7-9. or around that same record. But looking at their schedule, I'm like, man, they got a brutal schedule. So even with all the improvements that they made, yeah, I just got them at 6-10, and I think that we're gonna see Tua, maybe a little bit sooner than we expect.
Well, where do you see the six?
Well, I see what
Where do you see
Six?
six?
Okay, so I got
'Cause I see three.
I got Jacksonville. I got
You
them
said
beating.
three?
Okay. Yeah, I said
Huh?
three. I seen three.
So I got them beating Jacksonville. I
Uh-huh.
got them beating Denver. I got them beating the Chargers. I got them
Okay.
beating the Jets.
Uh-huh.
That's 4, I think. I got them beating the Bengals, and I have them beating New England once.
Mm-mm.
They beat New
Okay.
England last year, so I said, hey, I'm gonna stick with it. They split with New England last year.
Well, I said 3 and 13. Um, Ryan Fitzpatrick is your day one starter. You got Jordan Howard in the backfield. You did pick up Burita, which was I think a nice pickup. Um, I mean, it was their defense to me is what I mean. They got the boy with Byron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but to me, nothing stands out on defense. And looking at their schedule, I mean, see them splitting with the Jets. Um, possibly, I don't think they beat the Chargers because the Chargers got a great defense in my opinion. Um, the Jacksonville, I do see them beating. I do see them being Cincinnati, but everybody else, I think
You
is
don't got them beating
better than
Denver? No Von Miller either?
even with no Von Miller. I think Denver would actually beat the Broncos. I mean, not Broncos, the Dolphins.
Okay. Yeah, listen. Sorry, Jets. Sorry, Dolphin Nation.
Sorry, Miami. Oh man,
Yeesh.
I hope my family in Florida. I hope they are Tampa Bay
We
fans.
bigged up the Heat though, man.
Yeah,
Right.
I know
We
they
picked up the
Bigged up
Heat.
Miami
the
Heat
Heat.
fans.
We
I know
bigged up
they
the Heat,
Miami.
man.
And
So
my
Cause I got the
listen,
Dolphins at 5-11, bro. I got them at 5-11.
I can see that. You ain't got them. You got them losing both times to New England.
Yes, I don't see them. I don't see them. I don't see them beating New England. Um, just because that first game is at New England,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to win that.
Nah, I don't got them winning that
They're
game.
not winning week. They're not winning week one, and then I don't see them. I don't see them beating New England the second time with Cam getting more into the offense, getting more. I don't see them beating them again. I don't think the Dolphins defense can contend with that New England offense. But it doesn't really matter. It's only over 5 games.
Yeah. Listen, like I said, I can see that. I can see them losing twice to New England. I can't see them like even with Denver. I think losing Von Miller is big. I do think
Definitely.
that. I think that is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, that changed their season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I got them beating that, and that's why I got them. I mean, at 6-10. But I definitely can see New England beating them twice. Here's the shocker. New England, right? I got New England 8-8. I got New England 8-8. That schedule, man. Just looking at their schedule. Oh man. Seattle, the Chiefs, Buffalo twice, the 49ers, the Texans, the Cardinals. I got them 8-8. I got them losing to Seattle. I got them losing to the Chiefs, 49ers. I got them losing to Buffalo twice. I got them losing to Baltimore, the Chargers, and Baltimore, the Cardinals, and Houston.
I got them at 6. It's Bill Belichick, and you gave him Cam Newton. So, I mean, I got them losing to Seattle, Kansas City as well, to the 49ers. definitely to Baltimore, but I do think that they either split or sweep Buffalo. I definitely think it'll be at least a split. Um, I do think that they go on the road and beat both the Los Angeles teams and Miami. So I mean, I think that their last stretch from week 13 on is beneficial for them in my opinion. So um, they can come out of that to where they're like what um, not five, maybe like 6-4, then or 6-5. Not even six, yeah, 6-5. Now I can see them going 4 out of 5 of those last 5 games. So
So you don't like the addition of Stephon Gilmore in Buffalo.
I do, I
But
do,
you got them sweeping Buffalo.
because I said either a sweep or 1-1, at least 1-1. Because I don't see Buffalo even with with Stephon Diggs going into New England. I don't see that yet.
I seen they both their games played. They played them last year tough.
They did.
One game without Josh Allen. Another game they just didn't have weapons. I think the addition of Stephon Diggs is huge in Buffalo. But I'll let Bill tell us who his what his record for with the Pats is.
I got them at 9-7. Like, I'm with you. The schedule to me is brutal. Actually, to mine, I think they lose one of those games in LA. They play both of those games. They play those games 4 days apart. They play on Sunday, then come right back and play on Thursday. Bill Belichick will purposely drop one of those games to keep his guys healthy. So that's the only reason I got him at 9-7 versus 10-6.
I can see it. Like I said, I can definitely see it. I think the reason I got them at 8-8 because I'm high on two. I'm high on two of the teams that they play outside of the Buffalo um, and Baltimore. I'm real high on the Texans and Arizona. Y'all see that later on. So that's why I really got them losing those games as well. I just think I just think those teams gonna have firepower, and I don't think that New England has firepower to play in the shootout. Buffalo. I got Buffalo at 11-5. I got Buffalo at 11-5. I think they were 10-6 last year with their defense, and I think that with the addition of Stephon Diggs, it unlocks a lot. It unlocks Josh Allen's arm. It unlocks that. The one knock on him was up his accuracy. I think you get a speedy receiver that goes up there and gets it for you. One, you can see him stretch the field, and you'll see Stephon Diggs make catches where Josh Allen may have, overthrown him or something like that. You're just gonna see a difference.
Listen, I like Buffalo. I really do. And I got them at 9-7.
Oh,
Um,
goodness.
I know it seems like I don't like them because I got them at 9-7, but looking at the teams they play at Tennessee, they play Kansas City,
Mm-hmm.
they play the NFC West, which is going to be tough in my opinion, and that's not biased. Um, and they play at Denver, and to me that's still regardless of, I mean, crowd or not, you still got to play in that thin air. It's December, they're a cold team. Pittsburgh to me is going to be tougher than what people think. Um, so I mean they got a tough schedule, in my opinion. One
So,
of the good things is that they do have Kansas City at home.
mm-hmm.
That's a good thing. But yeah, I got them at 9-7.
pencil that in.
So I got
Uh,
them at 11-5, like you, Don.
Hmm.
I'm buying the defense again, and I do believe that Stephon Diggs gives them a threat on the outside that can help open up the offense a little bit more. I think their schedule. I think it lines up. I think it lines up pretty well.
Mhm.
When you consider like you don't get a bye until week 11. So if you can get to that bye healthy, you get the Chargers at home. You go to San Francisco. You get Pittsburgh at home. Denver, to me, without Von Miller, and Drew Lock had a great second half last year. He's got to have to repeat that before I start buying into him. And then they go to New England and they end the season at home against Miami. So if you could get to the bye week healthy, I think that last stretch isn't really outside of the San Francisco travel. I don't see any of those teams is that big of a threat to Buffalo if they are who they think they are and who I think they are.
I agree.
Well, I don't know if you hit Buffalo, so that's why I got you at 9-7. Every time I try to run the wheels on you, you keep giving me 9-7, so I'm gonna roll with you.
Hey, listen, I got you. I got it. Yeah, you got them split with New England. I think they sweep New England. I think they do. I think they sweep New England. I don't think New England has enough offensively. But we'll see. Let's jump to. I want to do our 3 divisions last. So let's jump to. Let's go to the Texans division. I want to start with Jacksonville. I think this is obvious, but maybe y'all got something different. I got them at 0-16. I just looked at the schedule. Look at the schedule, man, and I'm like, man, I cannot legitimately pencil a win in nowhere. I just can't.
Woo.
Help me. I legitimately cannot pencil in a win nowhere. Especially when I look at their team and I'm like, okay, they got Gardner Minshew and who's the running back and who's the corners. I mean, they got rookies and like I don't know who's playing safety, who's on the offensive line. And I'm like, I just can't pencil a win in nowhere. They say, yep, that's a win. even October 4th against Cincinnati, that's at Cincinnati. So I'm like, Cincinnati, nope, can't pencil a win in there. And from there, it's like they got maybe the Chargers, but like Tamon said, Chargers got a good defense. Can't pencil a win in there. So I got them at 0-16, man, because I just don't see them beating any of these teams. I legit don't know if the Jaguars are a real NFL franchise. I don't know. I don't know if they're a real NFL team.
I got them with 15 and a possible.
So they won. So they won the 15.
I got them 1-15. Yeah, 15 and a possible. I don't know where the hell the possible is going to be at. Maybe Miami. Early on.
Week 3? Okay.
I mean, that's week 3, so you know what I mean, give you some what is it, Minshew?
Is that in London?
Minshew Mania or whatever?
Where's the London game at?
I don't know if it's in London or not. But yeah, that's the only one that I got. It's a Thursday game too. So you know all crazy stuff happens on Thursday. So yeah, I think that's probably I think that was the one that I had them winning. Yeah. So 1-15.
I got them going 4-12.
Oh my God! I gotta see these.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Before y'all go off, let me finish. The only reason I got them going 4-12 because I don't want Trevor Lawrence to go there into that debacle. They will not go 0-16 or 1-15 and do that to that young man. They will go 4-12 and they will have the second or third pick. They will not win the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm speaking it into existence. It will not happen. They're going 4-12. I don't know where the ball coming from. I don't know if they got to come and play in the FCS. I don't know where it's coming from, but they're going to get 4 wins. They're going to get 4 wins this year because they are not drafting Trevor Lawrence. They're not. They're not going to do it to me.
We're going to touch a degree in that, brother. Because listen, that's the only way. We're gonna need prayer. You need prayer on that, man. God, yo, why they do Jacksonville like this, man? Like,
Yo, that schedule is brutal, man. Like
they,
the only one that's a toss up
Oh,
is the only one that to me is a legitimate toss up is Cincinnati. That's it. The rest of them, I would not pick them to win. I
not
wouldn't.
one
I
game.
wouldn't pick them. I wouldn't pick them to win not one game.
not at all.
And the only reason this I picked a toss up to Cincinnati because it's Cincinnati. That's
Yep.
the only reason that I pick it as
Because
a
it's
toss up to
Cincinnati and
Cincinnati.
they got a young quarterback.
That's
That's
it.
it. That's the only reason I put it as a toss up.
Yeah, man. This is
But they're gonna get them 4 wins. They're gonna
They
get
don't
you.
like Sasha. They don't like Khan, boy. They don't like him.
Yo, this is how bad. This is Mike Glennon. Remember when he got a contract from, was it Chicago?
I think it
Or
was
the
the Bucks
Bucks?
and Chicago. I think.
This man's third string on the Jacksonville Jaguars depth chart. Why is he
Who's
stealing
2?
Nick Lutton?
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, bruh. They traded away all NFL talent off of that team. So they definitely getting Trevor Lawrence. They definitely tanking for Trevor Lawrence. And the crazy thing is, they're not even going to draft Trevor Lawrence. They're going to draft a corner or something. Watch. And then they're going to trade him 2 years later. So, moving on, right? I'm gonna go with the Colts, right? I look at their schedule. I got the Colts at 10-6. I got the Colts at 10-6. Looking at that schedule, man, I was like, oh, okay. I think the Colts are an underrated team. I think Phillip Rivers actually helps that team. I think he helps them a lot because one thing Phillip Rivers going to do, he's going to pass the ball, a gunslinger. He's going to pass the ball, and he's going to try to open up that offense. So he might bite him sometimes, but it works for him sometimes. And looking at their schedule, I can see them. I can see them beating a couple of these teams on here, man. Of course, I took them 10-6, but the only teams I see them lose to is Minnesota. I got them losing to Cleveland, Baltimore, Tennessee once, the Texans once, and I got them losing to Pittsburgh.
I got them at 9-7. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. 9-7.
9-7. One thing I like about his team is his defense. I mean, especially with Justin Houston, Defoe, we had Darius Leonard in the linebacking core. I like Malik Hooker, even though he's from Ohio State. I like him. Xavier Rhodes, in my opinion, is still an upgrade from what they had last year. So, I mean, in my opinion, the defense is solid. Having Phillip Rivers is good. They have a pretty good, or pretty decent, I'll say, wide receiving core. And they play in the NFC South where anything can really happen. So, and I don't like the Texans defense at all. So that's one of the reasons why I got them at 9-7.
Yeah, the Texans are the Colts at 9-7.
We're talking about the Colts, son.
Okay.
I'm just saying I don't. The AFC South is always wishy-washy.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got the Colts at 9-7 as well. I don't trust Phillip Rivers. I just don't. And I'm not saying that he's not an upgrade to the guy that they had before. Of course he is, but I don't think he's the answer at quarterback for them. So I got him at 9-7 because I feel like he'll have a couple of those 4 or 5 interception games that cost him a game. Just being real.
Real. Listen, like I said, he's a gunslinger, so I definitely understand. I definitely agree with that. What do you say, Tamar?
I said it'll probably be against the Titans.
No, it'll be at Chicago.
That's one too.
That's the one.
They're gonna get flustered.
You can definitely get flustered in Chicago. Definitely get flustered in Chicago. and he got small arms. So hey, listen, it's real. He don't got a big arm, and I think that game is in Chicago,
It's at Chicago.
Windy City, and it's in October. So
Chilly.
definitely understand that. Like,
Leo Mack coming down on your neck.
So I got the Titans at 10-6. I got the Titans at 10-6.
They went 10
I know a lot.
last year, didn't they?
Huh?
They went 10-6 last year, didn't they?
9-7. They went 9-7 last year. I know a lot of people are high on the Titans. They went to the AFC Championship. But looking at the schedule, they got a crazy schedule as well. They play Minnesota. They play Pittsburgh. They play Buffalo. They play Houston. Of course, they play the Colts twice, so I got a split there. They play Baltimore, Cleveland, Green Bay. So, I think it's not a like a brutal schedule, but I think it's a tough enough schedule to where, like they lose, like they go to Minnesota, they go to Baltimore, Cleveland comes there, but I think Cleveland gonna be different this year, and they go to Green Bay. So.
I got them at 8-8. I like what they did last year, but I'm not a big Tannehill.
Okay.
I mean they gave him a lot of money, bro. And just imagine like he was a first round pick and he didn't do well in Miami, and then he backs up your number 2 pick that y'all had, and he takes y'all to the AFC Championship game this one season, and then y'all give him all this money. It's like wow, but their defense, in my opinion, is the reason why they got there, in the running game, not him. So Derrick Henry should be he should be thanking Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
But I mean, looking at their schedule, like you said, it's a lot of toss up games, in my opinion. Going at Minnesota, Pittsburgh. I think if Ben Roethlisberger is healthy, they're a little different this year. Buffalo, Houston, playing Chicago. Probably by then, Mitch Trubisky probably done lost his job. So Nick Foles likes to play. He likes to play well in the second half of season. So that might work out for Chicago. At Baltimore, Cleveland might be different. And at Green Bay, so I got them at 8-8.
And Don, what did you have them at?
I had 10-6.
10-6. Wow, that's crazy. Because I got them at 10-6, but I'm with you, Taman. I'm leaning more towards the 8-8.
Just do 9-7, and you do it right in the middle.
No, I don't want to do it right in the middle. I don't want to do that. But I thought of 2 people. I thought of Trent Richardson, and I thought of Eddie Lacy.
Okay.
Only because Derrick Henry, another Alabama quarterback, he had his one hit. Is he going to be that one hit wonder like them? Is he going to take that? Is he going to take that step back? And that's my only thing. Of course, Ryan Tannehill, he's Ryan Tannehill. So I'm not banking on him. That offense and that team really is going to be relying on Derrick Henry, and if he can repeat, really the second half, because that's really when he turned on. If he can repeat that second half, they'll go 10-6. If he can't, they'll be 8-8. But I'm a believe in him, and I'm gonna go with 10-6.
Yeah. And also them not having Delaney Walker. I think that even though like he's getting older, you know what I mean? But at the same time, he was like the engine on that team as far as blocking, as far as catching, clutch passes and whatnot. So I think that's huge as well.
I like Jonnu Smith though, the tight end. I like it, but I definitely agree with you. Not having Delaney Walker, just his veteran presence, that's going to be huge. To the Texans, I got them at 12-4. Got the Texans at 12-4.
You said you was high on them.
Yeah.
Listen, again, look at their schedule. Looking at the schedule, let me pull it up again real quick. So legit games, I think they can lose. Legit games. I think they start 2-2. I think they lose the first two. I think they win the next two. And then I look like Tennessee. They can split with Tennessee. That game that game in Green Bay is in Houston. That game is the game against Cleveland is at Cleveland, but I still think they. Actually, I think that is the other game I have penciled in as they lost. Is that game? They lost to Cleveland. But other than that, I don't see. I think they're gonna have. I think they're gonna have a high power offense, even without DeAndre Hopkins. I think they have speed in that on the outside, and I also think that David Johnson turns back into David Johnson.
That would be huge for them. You know what I mean? Because that's what they've been looking for like the past 4 years is a running game. And unfortunately, they had to give up their best player, arguably one of the best players in the league, to get that running game. But I mean, that's how football works at times. But their defense. I mean, they're a JJ Watt injury away from being like at the bottom of the list, in my opinion, as far as defensively. So I got them at 10-6. I still think they're the best team in their division.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, first game at Kansas City, I think that we might see a 50 ball tomorrow night, bro.
It might be both on both.
It might be 50 it might be 51-31 or 38 like it was the championship game. But I think
definitely gonna be a Big 12 shootout.
Yeah, I think definitely. But Baltimore, no. Pittsburgh, I don't think so. Minnesota,
You don't think they beat Pittsburgh?
No? I like Pittsburgh's defense. I mean, just looking at it right now and looking at it like, okay, Pittsburgh was holding teams to under 20 points and still losing.
Yeah, I got you. So you got them going 0-3.
Yeah.
I did you one better.
0-4.
I got them going 0-4 to start the season.
It's a high possibility.
And that's the only reason I got them at 10-6 is because that I've been looking through some schedules, and I don't think anybody has a tougher 4-game schedule to start the season with no preseason.
Nah,
so
not at all.
Your first live reps is going to be seeing Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes in back-to-back weeks.
And Big Ben coming up. Big Ben coming back from injury.
And then Big Ben coming into town. And then once you get yourself accustomed to defensively, then the offense is finally going to go and see a great defense in Minnesota.
Like Zimmer and them.
But I think that paves the way for them to go the rest of the season 10-2 because of that brutal schedule. And that's a toss-up. And the only games that I really tossed up was I feel like they'll probably split with Tennessee in Indianapolis. That's it. I don't see them losing to any other team on there other than maybe at Cleveland. That's it.
No Green Bay?
Bro, I'll save that. I'm gonna save my thoughts on Green Bay.
I'm trying to say that.
Save my thoughts on Green Bay when we go over that.
Well, let's jump to that division. Let's jump to that division. You brought them up. Again, I'm gonna start. I want to start where I feel the bottom is. Chicago. Surprisingly, I gave Chicago 6 wins. I gave them 6 wins. And I'm trying to go back to my notes and see where I gave them these 6 wins at. I actually got them starting out hot. I got them going 2-0 because I think they beat. No, I don't. I actually have them losing to Detroit in week 1.
He said no, I don't.
That's at Detroit. Then they got the Giants. Where the heck did I give them these 6 wins at?
You want me to help you? Because I got them at 6.
Yeah, help me, bro.
I only got them at 5, so I don't know where that 6 were coming from.
I got them going into Hold on. I got them beating the Giants.
Uh-huh.
That's one. I think I got them beating Detroit. So that's two.
And with Detroit, that's Detroit coming to Chicago, right?
No. Well, the first game. I think they go 2-0.
Oh,
Then
you
they
got
lose
them beating
two.
Detroit in Detroit.
So 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3. I got them beating Carolina.
I got them.
So that's
beating
three.
Oh, I know I did.
I got them beating Jacksonville. That's 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think Detroit again is 5, and I got them beating the Rams. That's 6.
Oh, you got them. You're not high on Detroit at all this year.
No, not at all.
I know what I did. I know what I did. I got them splitting with Detroit,
That
the
Patricia's on
Packers,
fire, bro.
and Minnesota. I got them splitting with Detroit, the Packers, and Minnesota. I got them beating the Giants. That's 4. I got them beating the Carolina. That is 5. And beating Jacksonville. So that's 6. That's the 6th win.
Where you
Go ahead, Biv.
Go ahead, Biv.
What? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I was feeling Chicago until they made the announcement.
That
That Mitch was starting.
Yep, and that's why I said nope.
I was like, you know what? When they expanded this to 7 teams in each conference, I was like, man, Chicago can sneak in there. Mitch Trubisky, week 1 start. No, they're not.
Never mind.
Just that fast. I changed my mind. I probably would have had him at 9-7, but it depends on when they make this change from Mitch.
Yep.
So
At the bye week.
No, because
if they wait that long, it's a wrap. You might as well not even make a change.
They can't do it at the bye week because after the bye week, that's where they get Green Bay, they get Minnesota, they get Green Bay again, they get Houston. I mean, now Nick can, he has proven that he can go beat those teams, but
Best time to do it probably be week 5 after Tom Brady and them
Nope.
give him that work.
Nope.
No? You said no? When?
Mitch Trubisky loses his job week 2 after they lose to the Giants.
Week 2.
if they lose to the Giants,
hey, the Giants. Well, I'll talk about that.
If they lose to the Giants and Mitchell Trubisky looked terrible, yeah, they definitely gotta make that change.
Especially if it's home too.
Yeah.
They
But I don't think they make that change that early, but I think
they're gonna lose that game 6-3.
yeah, they definitely.
Hey, they lost the one joint 10-9 against the Packers last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like. Listen, I like their defense. Their defense is stacked. It's solid. But like Biv said, I don't know what they're gonna get. I don't know if we're gonna get 2018 Mitchell Trubisky or if we're gonna get 2019 Mitchell Trubisky. I don't know which one we're gonna get.
So how so what's the Lions for you?
No, I'm not high on them either. I just want to know
okay.
if he was high on them because you got Detroit beating them twice. I mean, you got the Bears beating them twice. I got Detroit at 6-10. Yeah, I got them at 6-10. I think for some reason in that division, it doesn't matter how good the Packers are, or the Vikings are, they always split with these teams. They always play them teams. They always play each other tough, and that's why I always have them. When I pick this division, I always have them splitting. But other than that, that's 3 games right there. The other games I got Detroit winning is Washington, Carolina, and Jacksonville. Jacksonville.
Yeah, I got them. Where we at? Lions. I got them at 4-12.
You high on Green Bay. You got Green Bay beating. We sweeping this division.
I mean,
we gonna talk about it.
I mean, but yeah, I don't see them winning the game until October 18th. The Lions, they play Chicago.
October 8th.
They play Chicago, 18th. They play Green Bay, they play Arizona, they play the Saints, and then they got a bye week.
or October, Jacksonville.
Am I looking at the right schedule?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
Listen,
okay.
You're right.
I'm with
Yeah.
you. I'm the same way.
I got
No,
them
I actually got them
losing
winning.
to Atlanta. Got them losing to the Colts, losing to the Vikings, winning against Washington, win against Carolina, and then they don't win another game.
Okay. Green Bay sweep them. Minnesota sweep them.
And Matt Patricia loses his job. That's the bold prediction.
I got them 4-12 as well. I got them splitting. I got them splitting with Green Bay. But I had them losing at Carolina. But I'm not feeling the Lions either. See, they're gonna turn. See, the Jaguars get ready to turn Trevor Lawrence into Matt Stafford, man. just wasting away, man.
Yeah, man. Let him go, man.
Whole career just wasted away, man.
My man's trying to build the old Patriots defense. My man picked up Deron Harmon. Shout out to Deron, Caesar Rodney, grad. But he got Danny Shelton, Trey Flowers, Jamie Collins. Like, yo, who else you just picking everybody that you's comfortable with? It didn't work.
Everybody that Bill Belichick no longer wanted.
Exactly. I like what they did with getting Trufant. Don't get me wrong, but that's not going to that's not replacing Darius Slay.
Like I said, you lose Darius Slay and get Trufant. Like
that's not an upgrade at all.
That's not an upgrade. They did draft the young boy, the corner, Jeff Okudah. Yep, Jeff Okudah. So we'll see. But yeah, like I said, 4-12. I can easily see that as well. Because it is the Lions, but I'll be honest with you, I can easily see Detroit winning 10-6 as well. It's just with Matthew Stafford you're gonna get. So
you can listen. The stats is gonna show it. It's just the wins that's gonna happen. He needs to get up out of there, man.
I definitely agree. Packers, man, we here now. Listen, I'm gonna tell you my Vikings pick first. Then I'm gonna tell you about the Packers.
No. Start with the Packers.
I got them at 8-8.
You got the Packers at 8. Ooh.
I got the Packers at 8-8. I'm gonna tell you. Let me pull up their schedule again real quick.
Let's look at the schedule here.
I got them at 8-8 too, dog.
Oh, no, both is disrespectful.
I got the Packers at 8-8, bruh.
All right, so let's look at this. Let's look at the schedule here.
So I got them losing. Go ahead. I got them losing to Minnesota. You got them losing to Minnesota Bears or no?
Yes.
Okay. I got them winning. I got them beating Detroit.
Okay.
I got them losing to New Orleans. I have them beating Atlanta, but then I got them losing to Tampa. Got them losing to Houston. They beat Minnesota. They lose to San Francisco. They beat Jacksonville. I have them losing to Indianapolis. I have them losing to Philadelphia. And I have them losing to Chicago.
I got them at 10-6.
That's a respect pick, ain't it? You respect
Aaron
Rodgers.
No. It ain't even about. It's not even about Aaron Rodgers. They actually have a solid defense. Their defense has improved. This is one of the better defenses that Aaron Rodgers has played with.
Pass defense.
He does. Pass defense.
They got a good pass defense. They got a good pass defense.
They have a good pass rush.
Yeah, good pass rush. That's what I mean. A good pass rush.
They have a good pass rush. Secondary is questionable.
It is questionable.
They can't stop the run.
It's better though.
We have to just start being honest. Aaron Rodgers ain't Aaron Rodgers no.
And that's what I was gonna say. That's
like,
what I was
let's just be honest with ourselves. Let's be real about it. Let's stop dancing around this conversation. He's not the same. He's not that bad man
no more.
Might be a bad man, but he's not that bad man no more. You know what I mean? And I'm just being real.
Outside of Devontae Adams, who was he throwing to? Now again, when he was that bad man, he can roll out, look for people to get open. But he's 35 now. Like, He ain't gonna keep rolling out, getting people open, and then looking at the teams that I got him losing to. Minnesota run the ball well. New Orleans run the ball well, and they got pass rushers. We don't know what Tampa is, but they're the winners of the offseason. So Houston, that's gonna be a shootout, and I don't know if they have enough to win with in that. We saw what happened when they went to San Francisco. We saw what happened when they went to San Francisco last year. And to me, Green Bay didn't get any better. We saw what happened when they went to Chicago last year. They go to Philly. We saw what happened when Philly went up there and beat them in Green Bay. So I just they can go 10-6, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, it was a little shaky here, 10-6. It could, and I don't think it was biased, but at the same time, I don't feel like I think they can split against Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I think they're gonna sweep Detroit. I think they can go 4-2.
They never sweep Detroit.
Never.
They never sweep
never.
Detroit.
And that's for some reason I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. No matter who Detroit got, they
never sweep Detroit.
I know. I'm just trying to think of just logic. Like it. It. Unfortunately, for some reason, whenever you're in the same division, it just seems like y'all trip up against each other. But
yeah.
On paper, they should beat Detroit twice.
On paper, yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna go with. So I got them at 10-6. But
I got you. Like I said, I can definitely see.
Yeah, we got them at 8-8. Like, that's a couple of toss-up games in there that could go either way. So it's not like you said 13.
They're like 30. Yeah, I'm not 12-4. No, they're not those Packers.
Nah.
That would. And what's crazy, in my opinion, is that if those 12-4 Packers had this defense, I think they might go to the Super Bowl.
Here's the thing with me. Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers are doing it. To me, it's the same thing as what we just said with Matthew Stafford. Aaron Rodgers does have a Super Bowl in Green Bay, but that was 10 years ago. And they wasted him. To me, they wasted him. They never got my man They never got him another weapon. Even with Davante Adams, I think they grabbed Davante Adams in the 3rd round. They haven't gotten him a 1st-round talent. Like, they have not built around him, and that's probably because of how great he is.
They haven't really drafted well. If you think about it, like, there's not too many standouts that they've picked in the past 5, maybe even 6, 7 years. You know what I mean? Like you said, Davante Adams is one that snuck in.
Kenny Clark.
Other than that,
and Jair Alexander.
And that's one to be determined, in my opinion.
So, yep. Minnesota got 10-6. Minnesota got that 10-6.
Minnesota. So y'all play them this year?
You said you got Minnesota at 10-6?
Hmm?
Wow.
Got them at 10-6. Pull up their schedule real quick. Beat Green Bay. Beat Indianapolis. Beat Tennessee. Lose to Houston. Lose to Seattle. Lose.
You said lose to Houston?
Yeah, lose to Houston. That's at Houston.
I don't care where it's at. Defense travels. Offense may not, but defense travels.
Hey, listen. Hold on. And actually, I did this before I realized that they're gonna be without Danielle Hunter for the first 3 games. So
that's so Green Bay, Colts,
Tennessee.
It don't matter.
You don't think it's gonna matter against the Green Bay if they can't get to them?
Nope.
But yeah, I got them losing to Houston. I told you, man. Houston.
You can control the game with your ring. If they can control the game with their ring,
game.
It ain't gonna matter.
Listen, Minnesota got them young corners, man. That's gonna go up against them speedy wide receivers in Houston.
Yeah,
so I got Minnesota at 10-6 as well. Kirk Cousins, you can throw for 4,000 yards, but can you win a game, brother? That's what I'm the pressure be on you. And Bright Lights is gonna be versus Green Bay. I mean, first season. It is at home. So that one to me can be a toss up. Uh the Colts in Indianapolis. I think the Colts could pick that off, possibly. So that's like a toss up. Um I definitely see y'all losing against Seattle. Um
Who's y'all?
or them. The
Okay, say ain't
Vikings.
nobody in here
Not
a
y'all,
Vikings
but
fan.
I'm looking at them. See y'all losing against Dallas, Tampa Bay, the Saints. Um, I think I may have gotten y'all. No, maybe split with Green Bay. Um, I actually got y'all maybe losing to the Tennessee Titans. I don't know about Houston. Either way, whenever I did it, I got y'all at 10-6, and I got y'all and the Packers tied for the top, and I got the Packers. I guess do I got the Packers top division?
Yeah, I think you have them split, right?
Yeah, yeah, I got yeah. So they split, but the tiebreaker goes to the Packers because they win the division.
Gotcha.
Where you going with the Vikings?
I got the Vikes at 13-3, man.
Oh my God!
Ooh, okay,
Where?
okay.
I'm big on their defense and a running game. I'm with you, Tamon. The jury's still out on Kirk Cousins, but for me, the jury's out on him in the playoffs. I think he performs well in the regular season. Um, and I know the Stephon Diggs, not being. I know that's gonna play. I know that's gonna play a role. I know it's gonna play a role, but I think it's one of those situations where now you can get the ball in the hands of other guys a little bit more. You can get the ball to Adam Thielen a little bit more. You can get the ball to Delvin Cook a little bit more. So I think it'll even itself out. Again, this 13-3 is all on the defense, and it's on Kirk Cousins having a consistent regular season. Now we'll talk about the playoffs at another time and how I feel about the Vikings in the playoffs.
And I actually think Kirk Cousins is turning the page a little bit because we see him go into New Orleans and beat New Orleans. We seen it. Yeah, I mean, and he made all the throws. He made all the throws. The big throw at the end, to the tight end. So I think maybe he built on that. And I don't think losing Stephon Diggs is as big as losing the corners that they lost. That's why I got them at 10-6 because I think that Justin Jefferson is gonna have a big season as well. So that's why I got them at 10-6 because I think that those corners are going to get tested. I think those corners are going to get tested. Um,
So who's the three that you got them losing to? I'm trying to Seattle.
I don't know. I ain't got the
New.
schedule.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Seattle, New Orleans. Okay. Okay.
Definitely
13-3.
Seattle, New Orleans, and really for me, I felt like the division is is,
Understood.
is super is super weak. I feel like they are that much better than the rest of the teams in that division. Of course, they could go out and split with everybody in the division, but I don't think that I don't think they should split with Chicago or Detroit. That's just my opinion.
I can agree with that. And if they can sweep those two teams, I can definitely put them at 12-4. They sweep
So
those two teams, I can definitely have them at 12-4. But I picked based off of how they always are in that division. Like there's nobody ever goes like 6-0 in that division.
yeah, I'm with you, but I just feel like this should be the year. This should be the year that they should.
I agree. Should be. Like you said, they got all the pieces, but outside of those two young corners, you can't pick a whole maybe offensive line, but they run the way they run the ball, play action. I think maybe losing Kevin Stefanski may hurt them, but that's a solid team right there, man. Hey, pains me to say it. Um, so we got two more divisions before we jump into our divisions. Um, but I'll start with. Dang, they both juicy. Let's go with the Broncos division. I mean, let's go AFC West. Let's go AFC West. Um, I got the Broncos at 5-11. I'm not high on them. They lost Von Miller. Don't know who their corners is going to be. I mean, they got AJ Bouye, but outside of that, I mean Bryce Callahan. But I just don't know if it's like that. Those are two shutdown corners. Like I don't know. They're okay corners with no pass rush from Von Miller. The linebackers aren't that great. So Bradley Chubb, we're gonna see. They got some all right corn. They got some all right wide receivers. They got a good trio and they got a nice tight end. But I think Drew Lock is the key to all of it. And I don't know what they're gonna do with that two-headed monster in the backfield at running back. So looking at the schedule, I had them losing the first three. Then I got them losing to New England, losing to Kansas City, losing to Atlanta, losing to the Raiders, losing to Kansas City again, losing to New Orleans, losing to Buffalo. Like that's a nasty schedule, man.
Well, I had them 8-8, and that was before I seen the Von Miller news.
Like I said, I gotta see these eight.
This was the first. This I think this was the first division that I did. So like looking at it, and I know like some may be thinking like Von Miller worth like 3 games. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he is. Now I don't even know where the 8 is at, to be quite honest. I mean they I like the Melvin Gordon addition. I think that's going to help out Drew Lock a lot. And I like Cortland Sutton as well. So I mean, they have a nice young core in there, in my opinion. Not great, but something to work with. But yeah, I was banking on my man rushing the edge and giving the ball to Melvin Gordon 17 to 20 times and having Drew Lock throw the ball 25 times, but now you don't have him. I thought it was going to be him and Chubb. It ain't going to be him and Chubb. It's just Chubb. And nothing against Jarrell Casey because that was a big pickup as well. But their defense is good. But that Von Miller coming off that edge was something different. So I'll say I'll drop down to 5-11 as well.
Well, it's unanimous. I got him at 5-11 as well. You know, the Von Miller situation, I think it puts a lot of pressure on the offense, and more importantly, it puts a lot of pressure on Drew Lock to perform. And I think he's capable of it. I really do believe he's capable of it. It's just that it won't be consistent. He's still young. It won't be consistent. So it'll be a games where they lose because he had a bad game, and then there'll be games that they lose because he had a good game, and they didn't have Von Miller. So I think 5-11, 6-10. I think that's probably where they'll finish
it. I agree. Chargers, bro. I'm looking at their record, and I gotta go to their schedule, man, and look at this again. I got them at 8-8, but I gotta look at their schedule again. I can't remember the 8 wins. Because I'm with you. I do think that the Chargers have a good defense, even without Darwin James. They have a good defense. I know why I got made. Their schedule's trash. Outside of the Chiefs twice, but they got the Chiefs twice. They got Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Buffalo. Like other side of that.
Yeah, Cincinnati, they got Carolina, they got the Jets, they got the Dolphins, they got the Jaguars, they got Denver.
Like that's why they 8-8 because they should legit beat. Not saying legit beat them teams, the rest of those teams, but even if in a toss up, I will pick the Chargers. Even with Tyrod, I will pick them against that team, especially with that defense. So that's why I got them at 8-8.
I like their defense. Darwin James going down is big. Or Derwin James, my apologies there, Florida State.
Derwin, sorry.
But I see them going 4-12.
Ooh,
Uh,
okay.
I see them actually losing to Cincinnati the first game, beating Carolina, beating the Jets. I think I got them beating the Dolphins, and I think I had them splitting with Denver. But outside of that, oh no, Jacksonville. My fault, Jacksonville. I'm sorry. So what was it? Jacksonville, Carolina, Jets, and splitting with Denver. So yeah, I had them at 4-12.
The Chargers?
Yeah, the
Got the
Chargers.
Chargers 4-12.
I got them. I got the Chargers at 9-7.
Oh,
I got them at 9-7. Because I'm a ride Tyrod, man. I'm tired of him getting the short end of the stick, man. So I'm gonna ride him, and I'm gonna go 9-7, man. Just for him.
got you. I
Go
can
get him,
definitely,
Tyrod.
I can definitely see it. I can definitely see Tyrod. Tyrod is one of those players who can win you a couple of games. I definitely understand that. I guess I got him at 8-8. With that, I'm pretty sure if I look over their schedule again hard enough, I can see them winning that ninth game. I still don't think it's enough to get them in the playoffs, but I can see them. I can see them winning that ninth game. The Raiders I got at 8-8 as well, which was tough for me because I was actually high on the Raiders last year, and I was kind of high on them again this year. But then I was looking at their schedule, and I'm like, man, I can't pencil in 10 wins for them. I can't pencil in double-digit wins for them. Their schedule is a little brutal to me as well. It gets easier. I mean, with the last in December gets a little bit easier for them, but I think in the middle it get a little tough. So obvious wins they gonna play. I suppose they're gonna beat Carolina. I got them beating Denver. I got them beating the Chargers. I got them beating the Jets. Chargers again, Dolphins, Denver. So I got them really losing. I got them actually going 4-12, 4-2 in their division. And then I got them beating the Panthers, the Jets, the Falcons, and Miami.
I got the Raiders at 7-9. I mean, looking at their roster, nothing stood out to me besides the young guys. And they still got much to prove, which is Josh Jacobs and Henry Ruggs. And one of the pickups was a guy who can't pick up in Nelson Aguilar. So that's not a huge pickup in my opinion. Zay Jones, he really didn't show much in Buffalo, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. And their defense, I mean, besides Farrell, they pick up Snack, not Snacks, but Hankins from the Giants. But that's not too big in my opinion. So I got them at 7-9.
I got them at 8-8. Nothing really impressive. As far as the roster is concerned, a lot of young guys is unproven. So 8-8. I don't. The season could go. They could definitely go another way, real quick. But I got them at 8-8.
Like I said, defense wise, nothing special. They got Henry Ruggs. They lost a couple players, but like you said, 8-8 is to me, it's just what they've been for the past couple of years. John Gruden is good enough to get them 8-8, and that's why I got them there. Chiefs, I got it 12-4. I'll tell you the 4 games I got them losing. Pull up my schedule real quick. I had them losing to Baltimore. I have them losing to Buffalo, losing to Tampa, and losing to New Orleans.
Yeah, that's about the same 4 I got them losing to. I got them 12-4.
It's unanimous. I got them at 12-4 as well. They're like bland. Like, man, you
Yeah.
know what you're gonna get from them. Like,
Let's get to the playoffs. That's how they feel.
you know what I mean? You just hope they don't have like a Super Bowl hangover and
Yeah.
lay an egg or anything like that. But I doubt it. I really seriously doubt it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump to this NFC South. Um, I got the Panthers at 6-10.
Hmm.
It kind of. I was looking at the record I have for him, and I was looking at how many times we penciled in the loss for him, and I was like, dang, where is they 6 wins coming from? But yeah, I got them at 6-10. Can't pull them in the final division right now. Schedule wise, I have them losing to Las Vegas, losing to Tampa. So I just gave the 6 wins I got for them. They beat the Chargers, they beat Chicago, they beat Detroit, they beat Denver, they beat Washington, and I think that's
Yeah, I got Carolina at 4-12. The man down there, I forgot his name. The
Matt
new
Rule.
coach they got.
Matt Rule.
Yeah. He's gonna have a hard time.
So I got like a
In my
7-year deal.
opinion. You losing Luke, bro, that's the one. That's your defense. Your defense is gone. Your defense is gone, bro. So I got them at 4-12.
I'm with you, bro. I got them at 4-12. Um, good luck down there, Teddy. You know what I mean? Go get them.
Falcons, I got a 9-7. I think their offense is still high powered. I think they're good enough to get you 9 wins. I think last year was an anomaly for them losing that many games. But Julio's still Julio. I think the addition of Ty Gurley is going to be solid. I think that Calvin really takes another step. So I got them at 9-7.
I got the Falcons at 7-9. I think that the Todd Gurley pickup was big, but he was held back in Los Angeles for a reason. I don't know if he has the 20 to 25 carries that he used to have in him a game. And then you got Brian Hill and Ito Smith backing him up. So I don't know how that's going to turn out. And defensively, I mean, getting Dante Fowler was okay in my opinion. It's good, but they still need help in the secondary. I mean, you got Keanu Neal, but losing Trufant was big in my opinion. So I got them at 7-9.
All right. I got them at 6-10, man. Like they have not gotten over 28-3.
Mm-mm.
They haven't gotten over it. and I'm with you, Jamon. Ty Gurley was held back in LA for a reason, and I think I just don't know if he's the answer in the backfield for them. I just don't think that Matt Ryan and Julio Jones can do it by themselves. You know what I mean? But I think that combination is good enough to get 6 wins.
I agree. No, not high on the Falcons. Gotcha. Saints, I got them at 11-5. I got the Saints at 11-5. I think they got a tough schedule, man. I think the Saints got a tough schedule. Looking at the schedule, Tampa, the Chiefs, the Falcons, the 49ers, the Vikings. Like they got a tough schedule. So I think I had them beat in Tampa at first, the first game. Then I have them,
Splitting.
yeah, I have them splitting. I have them losing to San Fran. I have them losing to the Eagles. I have them losing to the Chiefs. I have them losing to the Vikings.
Losing to the Eagles.
Of course, they losing to the Eagles. That's in Philly.
Bias alert. Bias alert.
No, that's in Philly. Listen,
Nah,
I'm gonna
go
see.
ahead, girl. I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
Like I said, when we get to our division, you're gonna see if I was biased or not. But yeah, I got them. I got them 11-5. Yeah,
I got them in 12-4. I got them beating the Eagles, so that's my that's the 12.
And I gave you.
And that's not a shot. Trust me. Listen, I'm married to an Eagles fan, bro. So I was unbiased all the way through. So
I got you.
But yeah,
I got this. Are you go ahead, Tamar?
No. I mean, okay. Emmanuel Sanders, in my opinion, was a big pickup for them. And a big loss for us. I think that's huge. That'll take the pressure off of Michael Thomas a little bit to where he can actually have single coverage, which might be scared. So, yeah, 12-4.
I got the Saints at 9-7.
All right.
And I'm curious to hear you.
It's not. It has nothing to do with them. It's their schedule, man. Things just didn't line up real well for them, man. On that schedule, man. Like, you think they go to Denver, Atlanta, and Philly 3 weeks in a row, and they're traditionally not a good road team, and you're doing that in December. So that's a South Dome team going to Denver at the end of November, and then Philly in the middle of December.
Yeah.
I don't see them. And then Atlanta at home is just Atlanta at home.
Mm-hmm.
So those three games alone, I don't think they win all three of those games. I don't think they win. I don't think they go to Chicago and win. I think they split. I think they split with Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like the schedule didn't line up. Saints are really, really good. They are really, really good. I think they are a better team because they've been together longer. I think they're a better team than Tampa. But the way that the schedule will wind up for them, I can't see them going no more than maybe 10-6. But I got them at 9-7.
Here's my thing, my little bit of piece on it. Why I thought I could have leaned there 97. I think we saw rust, and we saw a 41-year-old Drew Brees when those dogs was coming at him in Minnesota. He didn't look like Drew Brees. He looked like the Drew Brees we saw in in Cincinnati and San Diego. He didn't look like New Orleans Drew Brees when them boys was coming at him. So that's why I thought Biff was going to pick him at 9-7 because he just didn't look the same. Just like we say the same thing about Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees don't look the same. And I know he had that good run when he came back, but in the playoffs and when you put them pressure on him, he just ain't look the same.
Well, speaking of look the same, what you think about these Bucks that
13-3?
13-3. God, you just talked about an old quarterback, and now you got this old.
Well,
going.
Well, look at the schedule. Look at the schedule and look at the schedule and look at the weapons. So I pulled up their schedule.
And look at their secondary, bro.
The secondary actually.
Look at their secondary.
Their secondary actually was solid last year. They just ain't got they ain't got big names.
They ain't got Vernon Hargraves there no more. That was their top corner.
They got Jamil Dean, and they got Sean Button Murphy, who actually played real well last year.
Who? They
got solid. I know you don't know them, but they got a solid defense. They got a solid secondary. But even if they didn't have a solid secondary, let me ask you this question. So I do have them losing to New Orleans in week 1. So they go to Carolina with Mike Evans and Rob Gronkowski and Chris Godwin and Leonard Fournette. And who's gonna stop them in New Orleans? Who's gonna stop them in
Shady?
like Shady? Like who gonna stop on any of these next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Who gonna stop them on any of them teams?
I'm not gonna go down the list of the teams that's gonna stop them.
Nobody.
They're gonna stop themselves. I
Oh,
think that
no,
whoever
a Tom Brady led team gonna stop themselves.
whoever they lose to, it's gonna be a blowout. Like it's gonna be a Texas Tech type shootout, in my opinion, because to me their secondary is very suspect.
What you got them going
Their
then?
front four, front seven, I got them going 10-6. I got them making the playoffs.
If you look like you got
that's better than what they did. But I mean, Tom Brady is 50, and in my opinion, they got one of the lower tier secondaries in a passing league. So 10-6.
So you said in the passing league with all these pass catchers that they got.
Their offense is phenomenal, bro. Don't get it. Listen, they can, but they're gonna have to outscore some teams, in my opinion. Drew Brees in the dome. But go ahead.
What you got them going, Biff?
I got them at 11-5.
Ain't knocking that.
I'm with both of y'all. Like the offense is phenomenal. The defense is but this team won 7 games last year?
But that was with
Jameis Winston throwing
30
eight touchdowns to the other team.
Mm-hmm.
If Tom Brady can't come over there and give them 4 more wins, something wrong.
Yeah, which is why I got them at 13-3 because I think Tom Brady with those weapons, man.
Hey, Max Kellerman, you about to see that cliff that you was talking about?
Well, we'll see. This ain't.
You can disguise that. You can disguise that cliff.
Yeah.
With all these
weapons,
he got.
You can throw a 3-yard slant to Mike Evans and be out, bro.
Yep. He ain't even got to worry about no offensive line. It could be me, you, and Biv out there blocking for him. Like
you got Gronk and OJ Howard. And it's illegal what they got on offense, bro. Shout out to Bruce Arians, man. You got a lot to play with, man.
Shout out to Bruce. All right, let's jump into our divisions. I'll start with mine first. I got the football team going 12-4.
What? No, you don't.
You mean 4-12?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
2-14.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was getting ready to say, man, I know my man said he had some shockers for us, but I didn't see that coming.
Good Lord.
I got them at 2-14. I don't remember where. Oh, they beat the Giants once, and I think they played the Jags. I think. Let me see.
Did they play the Jags?
They played Jags.
I don't know. I haven't pulled it up.
Nah, they played Cincinnati though. You might have given them that.
Oh yeah, I might have given that Cincinnati win.
So you said 2-14?
Yeah, they beat Cincinnati. They beat the Giants.
I gave them 4.
No, I actually got Cincinnati beating them. I got them beating the Cowboys.
That's biased. That's biased.
That's biased.
But that'll be the dumb stuff that happened though. I got them going 4-12.
He ain't got them splitting with the Eagles though.
I know, right?
No, we ain't splitting.
That's biased.
I got them
twice every year.
I got them 4-12. I got them beating Carolina. Got them beating the Bengals. I think I got them beating the Giants once. And I don't know, probably another one of y'all in that division.
You got beating the Cowboys. I got you.
They're gonna get 2 wins in the division and then beat the Bengals and Carolina. So that's 4 of them.
Gotcha.
I don't know where they're gonna get the offense from. The game's gonna be from 6-3 because their defense is solid. I think they actually probably downgraded, in my opinion, as far as their defense.
You did?
Second grade, but I don't like Ronald Darby over Quentin Dunbar.
I like Ron, but I do like I don't like Ron over Quentin, but I do like the addition of Fuller.
Yeah,
I like that addition. I mean, and listen.
And Chase Young, that's one.
They got Chase Young.
Like I said, on defense, they got something, but I mean, when my man got caught up, when Geis got caught up, that was it. That was it.
AP.
That was it. Not man. Listen, AP 35, bro. I'm not
Hey,
going.
listen, he been carrying that offense though for the past 2 seasons, I think.
Geis was the one. Geis was the rock because you
Yeah,
ain't
I
got
agree.
too many wideouts.
I agree.
I mean, so.
I don't believe in Dwayne Haskins.
And they got Logan Thomas. My man was a quarterback. They got him at tight end.
Tight
bro.
end. 2-14. They ain't got a team. They don't even got a name. Come on.
All right, who's next? Because I don't even want to talk about that.
You got to give us a record, bro. Is it 0-16?
This is who wins the Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Oh,
you said
who
the
wins it.
Jaguars
do
go
that.
4-12.
So I'd rather be in Jacksonville
This
than
is who wins it. This is who wins it. This is who wins it. See, I do.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing about it. The owner is the worst part of this team. This whole organization is the owner. I like Rivera.
I do like Ron.
I don't like Dwayne Haskins. And it has
Don't like
nothing to
him
do with him coming from Ohio State. I just don't think he's that good as an NFL quarterback.
That's for me.
They have no running game. The receiving core is iffy. That means you're relying solely on your defense. And who's going to be on the field all the time.
Yeah.
At least Jacksonville has Minshew and a couple of receivers. At least they got that.
Yeah, at least they got something.
At least they got some offense.
Yeah.
Washington has no offense whatsoever. I got them at 1-15.
Do they play each
I
other?
got them at 1. I got them at 1-15, and the one win. I'm being nice because it's at home versus Cincy. If it had been at Cincy, they'd be 0-16.
I can agree with that. Listen, I got no corn with that. Giants, I got at 4-12. It's another tough year for them. I think they got pieces. I just think they don't have nothing on defense. I know they got Logan Ryan, but outside of him and Leonard Williams, I mean they got Jabril Peppers, but I just feel like I don't know who they are.
They need the young guys to step up on defense. Dexter Lawrence. And what's they had the corner. What's the corner from
Baker?
Yeah.
They released him.
Oh Lord, when did that happen?
They released DeAndre Baker. As soon as they signed Logan Ryan, he got arrested in the offseason.
Okay. I'm looking like, yo, I thought they had him.
Nah, they
but
just
that
released him.
All right. So their biggest pickup on defense was Blake Martinez?
Logan Ryan.
Okay, Logan Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
But he not even starting. They got Julian Love starting.
Nah, he just they just signed him. So that truck probably just came out. Logan Ryan really, I don't know if he's a slot or he plays both. But yeah, we'll see.
On offense, they're okay.
They're right. Yeah, they're
okay. So, I got the Giants at 5-11.
It ain't too much off of what I got.
Nah. So I
probably got them split.
I probably got them split with the Eagles. So that's probably what it is. And he got them sweeping them. So that's where the 5 comes from.
Another guy that's just being wasted, man. Poor Saquon, man.
Poor Saquon.
Barry Sanders, for real.
You know, but I got him at 4. I got him at 4-12 as well, man. Nothing. Yeah. Saquon is going. Saquon is the offense. I know they got what's his name? I can see him. Golden Tate?
Golden Tate.
No,
Golden
and Sterling Shepard. You know, no true number one, no big wide out. You know what I mean? That's tough on a quarterback. And, you know, especially when, let's be honest, your running back is probably your best receiver too.
Yep.
So, you know, that's tough. But I got him at 4-12, just off the strength that, you know, Saquon is that good.
Listen, I concur. They ain't got no defense, offensive suspect. They got Saquon. Daniel Jones got to show me something. Now, here is where people may say get biased. But like I said, I can talk about it, which we probably are. But I got the Cowboys 8-8. I got the Cowboys 8-8.
This man got him with the clapper. Got him the clapper coaching. Got Jason Garrett back coaching with the 8-8.
I got him 8-8. One, they lost Gerald McCoy, defense, big defensive player. They released Haha, so I don't know who playing as safety for them.
Thomas.
If Thomas get there, it might change. But I got them losing to Seattle. I got them losing to Cleveland. I got them losing to Arizona. I got them losing to us. I got them losing to Pittsburgh. No, actually, I got them beating Pittsburgh. I got them losing to Minnesota, losing to Baltimore, losing to the San Fran. I got them splitting with us.
Oh, okay, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I got them splitting with us.
But
when you look at that team, look, they got us twice. They got San Fran. They got Baltimore. They got Minnesota. They got Pittsburgh. They got Arizona. They got Cleveland, Seattle, Falcons, the Rams.
I got them 10-6.
Let's see what them 6.
I didn't. Let me. I got the 10. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the schedule right now. I got them 10-6. I mean, to me, their defense is still okay. As long as they can stay healthy.
I think their best defense is Ezekiel Elliott.
I think that they can possibly go 3-1 in their first 4. And then they got New York. Arizona's going to be a toss-up. They can beat Washington. Philly is a toss-up. Pittsburgh is actually, in my opinion, a toss-up. At Minnesota, they lose that. They beat Washington. Baltimore, they lose. At Cincinnati, they win. They lose against San Fran. Philly is a toss-up. And it always be some dumb stuff at the last minute. So New York is a toss-up.
Yep.
So
they could be 10-6 or 8-8.
They could be 10-6 or 8-8 or 12-4. So
not that schedule. Not with that schedule. I can't see a 12-4 with that schedule. But like you said, they could.
But I got them at 10.
I got them winning the division at 11-5.
Ooh, he said winning the division too. He gonna throw that out there too.
I had to put that in there.
Where I got Baltimore at?
I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there now as a, a diehard Cowboy hater. I got them at 11-5, man. I really believe in that offense. I really believe in that offense. I thought the defense was good until people started getting hurt and released. If the defense was still legit, I probably would have went 13-3. Because I believe in that offense. I believe we are going to see. I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is Aaron Rodgers, but the weapons around Dak, let's just be real. There's no more room for excuses for this offense. So I feel like the 11-5 is fitting for a team with that type of talent, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So the ball is in their court. They could easily go 8-8, 7-9 and beat themselves, or they could be the team that they're supposed to be and be 11-5.
No knock on that. I got the Eagles at 12-4. Not biased.
It's not biased?
Not biased.
It's not biased?
Not biased. Got them at 12-4.
Oh, I wish this loading page had hurry up a little something from the schedule.
I'm going to pull it up for you.
All right. So, Redskins, yeah. Okay. Since you said 12-4, the man already, and Biv already said that he got the Cowboys winning the division. I got the Cowboys winning the division at 10-6. I got y'all 9-7.
Which is cool. Like I said, not knocking it. I can take our four.
I'm married to a diehard Eagles fan, so I'm not being biased here.
No,
not shots. I'm looking at it.
No. I understand both of your points. I'm looking at Washington, we're gonna beat. Then the next 3 are at home, or the next 2 at home.
So y'all could be
Um,
3-0 going
and
to
then
San Fran.
I got us losing to San Fran, and I got us losing going to San Fran.
That's smart. No,
I
I'm
got
messing
that
with you.
smart. All right, all right. I got us beating Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh. I just don't know what Ben Roethlisberger is going to be.
That's where we disagree.
I got you. That's fine. I could definitely understand that. I got us beating Baltimore, but them coming to Philly. I got us beating the Giants. I got us beating Dallas. I got us beating the Giants again. I got us beating. I got us beating Cleveland. I got us beating Seattle. That's coming. That's in Philly.
I know that's in Philly.
I got us beating I got us beating Green Bay. I got us losing to New Orleans. I got us losing to Dallas. And I got us.
That's it.
Yeah, beating Arizona, beating Washington.
I don't have y'all beating Seattle.
I got us beating Seattle in Seattle. I mean, in Philly. I got it. Last year, both games was close. We didn't have a lot of our weapons. And we lost last year. Even with Josh McCown, that game was close. So
I see y'all going 1-3 in our division.
1-3.
Yeah, I see y'all beating the Rams and losing to everybody else.
Oh, okay. That's all right. That's fine.
And 1-3 is it the AFC? Yeah, and 1-3 in the AFC North.
So you guys lose to the Browns. You got us losing to the Steelers and the Ravens.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on wax.
I try. Yeah, it's on wax. It's on wax. I got y'all making the playoffs.
I got you.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold on. Wait. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Where you got? What you got, Biff? Because you already got
the Eagles. I got the Eagles at 10-6. I got them losing to San Fran,
that's smart.
Pittsburgh. I got them Arizona. I got them splitting with Dallas. Just because the Eagles are the Eagles, I got a feeling they'll mess around and split with the Giants on some stupid dumb stuff. You feel me? And I got them losing to Cleveland.
Oh, so you got us beating Baltimore too.
We don't play well on the road.
And I kind of that Cleveland game was iffy to me as well. Like I could really legit see us losing there. I think Darius Slay is different though. So that's why I think we win that game. So back to now let's jump to Biv division. I got the Bengals at 7-9, which is crazy. Crazy. when I said it.
Dom, every schedule we just said we done picked them to lose. And now you been talking about 7 wins?
I gotta go look at their schedule now.
Where is the 7?
I said, yo, the Bengals at 7-9? Sheesh.
That's the surprise. Is that the surprise?
No. The surprise with the Cowboys at 8-8. and the Packers at 8 and the Packers at 8-8. Dang, so where does the 7 wins come from? The Chargers, Jacksonville, Washington, the Giants, the Dolphins. What's that? 5.
Mm-hmm.
I can see them splitting with Cleveland. 6. I don't know where the 7th one come from, man. I don't know.
I said 4-12. I mean, they got anybody that's got Jacksonville on their schedule.
Yep. Or Washington.
That's awesome. Yeah, or Washington. They have both. So that's 2 right there.
Or the Giants. Shoot, the Giants are here too.
Yeah, Giants.
That's the 3 wins. That's the only 3 wins I gave.
That's the 3. I think I might have gave them Miami.
Like I said, you probably gave them Miami.
Yeah, I think I gave it Miami. It has to be Miami.
Are you crazy?
Yeah. No, I'm not crazy.
You gave them the Chargers.
Dude, you're talking about a young team, right?
Mm-hmm.
A young team leaving cold Cincinnati and going down to Miami. They're gonna lose their mind down there. They are not going down there to play football.
AJ Green may rally him, man.
And he gonna be hurt. He gonna be hurt before the Baltimore game in week 5, bro. So I'm not even paying him no mind.
Yeah, listen, it's a struggle for me to get 7 wins on this team, bro.
It was a struggle for me to pick the 4th one.
I'm sitting here looking like, God darn, how did I get them 7 wins?
I gave him 3, and I'm being nice on the Giants one.
I think
Saquon good enough to beat him by himself.
Facts. I legit probably picked him to beat the Cowboys. Probably legit probably picked to beat the Cowboys. That probably was a biased pick. I can't listen. Yeah, I gotta redo this joint. We're gonna see how we're gonna do when we do our football Fridays. We're gonna see if all of our joints change. We're gonna see. So, I got the Browns at 10-6. I got the Browns at 10-6. I think the Browns. I think they did enough, man. They got the offensive lineman. They drafted the offensive lineman. They got Kareem Hunt for the whole season. They got Austin Hooper. They got Grant Dalpit. They got Grant Dalpit. No, he out for the season anyway. I think they did enough to get to that 10-6 record. Yeah, that offense is legit. Yeah, I mean, so, and I think, and you'll see when I pick my player of the year, why I picked them to actually go 10-6.
Well, if we remember correctly from your running backs list, we already know who your player of the year is.
Nope.
But I got the Browns at 10-6 as well. I got no argument. They got a 2-headed monster in the backfield. And they have a very good receiving core. Defense is solid in my opinion. So I got them at 10-6. On paper, it's a 10-6.
Yes, sir. That's on paper. Don't know what Baker you gonna get.
Yeah, don't know what comes out on the field.
I got them at 11-5.
Ooh, okay.
Again, it's all on Baker. That's really what it comes down to is Baker Mayfield. So, but I got them at 11-5. I don't think their schedule is all that bad. Just the way that it ended up lining up, they don't really play like there's no grueling stretch. Yeah. Like they get breaks. They get breaks all throughout here.
Every other game they got a break. Every other game they got a break.
Yeah, like then they get to go. Then they get to stay in New York for 2 weeks to play the Giants and the Jets at the end of the year. So they got it. Like, the schedule lined up, in my opinion, really, really nice.
Perfect. Yeah.
Like they should win and make the playoffs this year.
I agree. I got the Steelers at 10-6 as well. Steelers at 10-6. When I looked at their schedule, it wasn't nothing like Biff said. It wasn't nothing crazy. I got them winning the first 2 games, losing the next 2, actually losing the next 3. So I really got them like 3-4 with the first 7, and then I feel like they hit stride, you know what I mean, and go on a little run. With the next game, they lose to Buffalo. They lose to the Ravens, and that's the 6th game.
I got them at 9-7. I like their defense. I really do.
But they got them beating the Eagles.
I do have them beating the Eagles. It's early in the season, but I mean, I got them at that because I think that Cleveland is going to sweep them, and I think Baltimore is going to sweep them. So I think they'll go 2-4 in their division. And that's based off of the trend as what's happened as far as Ben and not staying healthy.
Yeah.
And him getting older. So I mean, if the same Ben that comes back that likes to take punishment, I mean, they're still a great team overall. Not great, but they're still a good team overall. So I still think they can get above 500.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I got them at 10-6. I got them still at 10-6. I still think the offense is really, really good. I still think the defense is solid. It's just gonna come down to the consistency with Big Ben.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
that's all. That's what it's all about with him.
Don't know what Big Ben you're gonna get. He older, coming off that surgery, with his arm. So, got weapons. They got Juju had the down season, so we definitely got to see what they looking like, with Big Ben. And then the Ravens, I got a 13-3. I can't remember what 3 losses I gave them. Shoot. Let me look at their schedule real quick.
Kansas City?
Of course,
No,
no.
you had them winning.
I got them beat. Yeah,
Kansas City.
I got them losing to the first team. The first loss I got them to the Sixers. The Sixers to the Eagles.
That man is biased on the brain, yo. He just seen Philadelphia and said it's a win.
I got them losing against the Eagles. I got them losing to Cleveland, and I had them losing to Tennessee.
I got them 12-4. Still winning the division.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I had them losing against Kansas City.
Okay.
So, and I don't know looking at it, I don't even know what other losses I gave them. And not saying they're gonna go 16-0, but maybe it was at Pittsburgh, maybe, I don't know. At New England, possibly. Because that New England's a little tricky. So yeah, I just said 12-4, but yeah.
I said 13-3. I was leaning towards. Now y'all gonna call me biased.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't call you by it. 14-2.
14-2.
I'm gonna go 14-2. I'm gonna change my mind. No, I'm not. I'm gonna stay 13.
He said no.
I'm gonna stay 13-3 because Cleveland always finds a way to beat us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at the second game at Cleveland because we play Dallas. We played back-to-back Thursdays. We played Pittsburgh, it looks like on Thanksgiving night. And then we come back and play another Thursday game the next week on December 3rd at home versus Dallas. And then we don't play again until Monday the 14th at Cleveland. So I'm thinking we're going to win that game now. Now that I'm really actually looking and diving into the schedule.
See it. They should have won 14-2 last year, but they rested their starters.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, too. We can lose this. But so I'm going to stick with 13-3.
Yeah. All right. So now to my division, where it gets a little juicy.
Let's have some.
Where it gets juicy here. The Rams, I got them at 6-4.
6-10, you mean?
I mean, yeah, 6-10. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think the Rams is gonna be. I don't think the Rams are as bad as their record. But I got them. Just the schedule is why I got them at 6-10.
I got them at 5-11. And I think that the bright spots that they have is on defense and Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm not a believer in Jared Goff whatsoever.
Me either.
So yeah, 5-11.
I got them at 8-8. Solely off the defense. Solely off the defense. I feel like their defense. I feel like their defense is good enough to get them to 8 wins. And again, their schedule to me it lined up pretty well because they get a lot of home games after the bye. So I feel like it lined up pretty well for them. Not that they're gonna have a winning season. They're gonna finish 500 in my opinion. But I think like the defense and then with the schedule, they can get a lot of wins at the beginning of before the bye. You can get Dallas. You can get it. I'm not saying that they are, but you can get Dallas.
Sure.
You can get the Giants. You can get Washington. You can get Chicago. You can get Miami. That's 5 wins in the first 8 weeks.
Here's the crazy thing. It's not biased. I mean, it's just truth. They play 49ers tough too. They play y'all tough. They played y'all 2 tough games.
Everybody in the division play each other tough. So I ain't, you know what I mean? I get that. They ain't nothing biased at all.
So I get you. That's why I said I don't think they're as bad as I gave them their record. But I just think that bad teams, not saying bad teams, but good teams find a way to win, better teams, and I think that they play some good teams, and I think those teams will find a way to win those close games. Don't no way you can tell me you lose Ty Gurley and Corey Littleton, like and Nickel Roby Coleman and become better. So, what you got him as? He probably got him. He probably got him 0-16.
No, I said 5-11. I got
Oh.
them at 5-11.
Oh,
But I got them at the bottom of the division.
so I got here's another shocker, right? I got the Cardinals at 12-4. I got the Cardinals at 12-4.
Where?
The
Where?
DeAndre factor.
That DeAndre, listen,
The DeAndre factor.
the DeAndre factor. They got listen, they were 7-9 last year, I think. They got Cliff Kingsbury, who in that second offense with Kyler Murray, he don't turn the ball over. I just think that, and we've seen the trend with second-year quarterbacks. We've seen the trend with second-year quarterbacks. We've seen it. So if you want to talk about their 4 losses, I got them splitting with San Francisco. I got them splitting with Seattle. I got them losing to Philly. And I have them losing to Buffalo.
You got them 12-4 losing to Philly?
Yeah. I got Philly at 12-4. I got Philly at 12-4.
I got them at 8-8.
Where?
So, I mean, I think they beat Washington. They can beat Detroit, beat Carolina, beat the Jets. I think they lose against Dallas, lose against Seattle. I think they lose against Buffalo, lose Seattle again, lose to New England.
Oh, you high on them too.
Philly, San Fran. Is that the 8?
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta make me.
You high on San Fran. I mean, yeah, of course you're high on San Fran. You're high on New England.
I'm not that high. They was 10-6, but I got them beating. Yeah, I got them at
Big probably got them like 4-12.
No.
I don't have them as high as 12-4 though. But I got them at 10-6. They're gonna be better in year 2. I'm still torn on the defense. But I do like what they have offensively. So I'm gonna give them 10-6.
Okay. Listen, I'm high on them. So, and like I said, when we pick our awards, you're gonna see why I'm high on them. I got Seattle at 12-4 as well.
So we 8-8. What in the world? No. Let's talk about San Fran at 8-8, bro, or 9-7, or wherever the hell. Let's talk about it. This nigga got the Cardinals and Seattle at 12-4.
Hey, listen, what's your Seattle pick, man?
I got, and see, this is where the non-bias comes in. I got Seattle at 13-3, bro.
Okay.
But God damn, at 8-8,
Yeah. So you got Seattle at 13-3?
13-3, yeah.
Man, I got Seattle at 12-4.
Listen, it's a tough division.
So let's keep it moving.
I got San Francisco at 13-3.
So, God damn, so we just the power conference over here.
Power conference,
I
bro.
appreciate the 13-3.
It's
Okay,
a
my
power
fault.
conference.
I apologize.
Listen, when you look at their schedule, even if they look at all their schedules, even if they split with each other, I think the moves that these teams have made trumps some of the teams that some of the other moves, and their schedules is not that bad. Like, of course, I mean, I got San Fran beating the Eagles, but man, their schedules, they're not playing each other each week. You know what I mean? So I don't see why not. I don't see why they can't go 13-3, 12-4, and 12-4.
I got them at 11-5, and I was just trying to be
Off of
as
Jimmy.
unbiased that I could. I didn't want to go down. We can beat them. We can beat them. We can beat them. That's how I first went down the list, and I was like, you know what? Nah, let me be realistic. But I mean, I got Seattle winning the division. But I got San Fran at 11-5 or 12-4. But I'll just go with the 11-5, just to, you know what I mean. But I got Seattle winning the division though. So that's
I got Seattle
unbiased.
winning the division too.
That's
I
my
got-
unbiased.
I got San Fran at 9-7.
God damn, bro, what the fuck?
Man, I think they overachieved. Again, I've been saying it. I think they overachieved last year. I think they'll have a Super Bowl hangover, and I think they come back down to earth. I don't see where did they upgrade at, especially offensively.
They
Nowhere.
didn't upgrade nowhere.
We did.
Nowhere.
And they upgrade
So-
defensively.
You know what I mean? Like I don't see them. I don't see them better, especially when you overachieve.
You hear this, Shanahan?
Even when I look at their
You
schedule,
talking about Mr. 28-3?
Stop. Stop.
You talking about
He
the
left
guy?
that-
Talking about the guy that called the play for Jimmy G to throw the ball over.
He
the dude's head, too?
didn't call it for him to throw it over him. That was Jimmy
But he
G
called
fault.
it. He called it,
called
and
it.
then Jimmy G did it. So you talking about that guy, right? I just feel like
The call was
they come back, huh?
The call was good. The call was
is
good.
The call is good if it worked. It didn't work.
Can we be factual for a second here? Was not Emmanuel Sanders wide open?
He was
Yes or
wide
no?
open. He
Yes
was
or
wide
no?
open.
There's
So
no
the play
debating about that.
calling was good. We not going. So
So
yeah.
it's on Jimmy G. That's what you're saying.
It was. It was
Okay.
on somebody.
So
It was Jimmy's.
based off of that, like that's why Biff said 9-7 because of Jimmy G.
By inches. Anyway, I respect
Hey,
y'all. I
come on.
respect the 9 to
If
7.
I
At least
call
we-
you,
at least
if I
we
call
got
you and say, hey man, I need you to go and kill somebody for me.
That's different.
That's the same thing.
That's not
If I call and ask you to do it, and you, I'm getting the same time you got. So, so I'm gonna put it on him just as
Yeah.
much. It's one thing in week 6 to make sure that you know who Jimmy G is. I'm not trying to figure out who Jimmy G is in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, no. Run that ball all day, like they was killing. They was killing him with.
I'm not trying to figure out who he is, so I got to put a little bit of it on. Now Jimmy G should have made the throw, but I got to put him on it because he put him in that situation. He put him in that situation.
Understood.
And they was averaging like 6-7 yards a carry. Anyway,
Jimmy G made 2 bad plays in the Super Bowl, and one cost us. The other one was an interception, in my opinion.
happened.
But let's get to this
But
playoffs.
that's the only reason I have him coming back to the pack, man. That's the only reason I have him coming back.
I got you. So my I'm gonna start 1 through 7. My seedings. In the AFC, I'm gonna start with the Ravens is the number 1 seed. I got the Chiefs at the number 2 seed. We'll pick my seeding again. Chiefs at the number 2. Texas at the number 3. Number 4, I had the Bills. 5 Browns. 6 6 is the Titans, and the 7th is the Steelers.
So I got Chiefs at 1, Ravens at 2, Texans at 3, Patriots at 4, Browns at 5, Steelers at 6, Bills at 7.
Still high on the Patriots.
Because they won the division, man. 10-6.
I got the Ravens at 1, the Chiefs at 2, the Bills at 3, Cleveland at 4, Houston at 5, Tennessee at 6, and Pittsburgh at 7.
We all got. Tomorrow you have Pittsburgh making it.
Yeah, Pittsburgh at 6.
So we all got Pittsburgh coming back and making it. Okay. So that leaves the Colts out, which is tough. but that's really like the only big thing I see. The Colts missing it. Oh, I got the Patriots missing it too. So,
Yeah, I don't have the Patriots in either.
You hear that, Bill Belichick and Cam?
Man, half their defense is gonna be watching at home, man.
You're right.
If their defense is intact, I pick them to win that division.
Right.
I still don't, but I just don't. Their offense to me is not enough.
Until somebody else wins that division,
I got you. I got you. In the NFC, I got San Fran at number 1. I have my number 2. The Bucks at number 2. I have the Eagles at number 3. The Cardinals at 4. Seattle at 5. I had the Vikings at 6. And actually, no, I had the Saints at 6 and the Vikings at 7.
Packers don't make it.
Packers do not make it.
And you didn't say the Cowboys either, right?
Nope, Cowboys do not make it either.
Cowboys do not make it. I got Seattle at 1. That was tough for me to say. I got Seattle at 1. I got the Saints at 2. I got the 49ers at 3. I got the Bucks at 4. I got the Cowboys at 5. Packers at 6. Vikings at 7. I'm sorry, Kim and Dom.
Hey, listen, you try to be unbiased as possible. I got you.
I got the Vikings at 1. I got Seattle at 2. Tampa at 3. Dallas at 4. And hold on. I'm missing somebody.
49ers at 5.
No. Don't put words in my mouth yet, son.
You got the Cardinals. I know the Cardinals in there for you.
Yeah, I got the Cardinals. The Cardinals at 5, and then I got Philly at 6, and New Orleans at 7.
God dang.
Only because they win the head-to-head against San Francisco, and I got them both finishing at 9 and 7.
9 and 7.
We got the win on Sunday in Dwayne's book in order for us to be in the playoffs. So listen. This is game time.
The playoff loser outside the New England, man, they always had terrible. Outside of New England, the Super Bowl loser always come back and have a terrible season.
No, that's superstition. Don't believe in superstition.
So
I'm not even saying they having a terrible season.
It's not terrible
season.
I know, but I okay. So taking all the bias out of it, I totally get what Dwayne is saying as far as us overachieving. Because like I said last year, I think I picked this to be 9 and 7 or 8 and 8.
I picked all to be 4 and 12.
I mean, yeah.
We got that show. I think we got that show too.
If you want to go back, there's been times where I think maybe not. There's been times where I've said like we're gonna go like 6 and 10. Like I'm not gonna be, you know what I mean, that want to say we're going to the bowl every year. But last year we did overachieve, to be quite honest. And I really think that we was 1 year ahead of schedule. And I think that this year is the year. But we've had a couple injuries, so I don't. We'll see.
So Super Bowl, I don't know if y'all, because I didn't write my Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. I got 49ers versus Ravens and 49ers winning. And wasn't that a shot to Dwayne or nothing?
That was just a shot at me.
No, listen. My Super Bowls, it says 49ers versus Ravens or Seahawks versus Chiefs. 49ers winners or Seahawks winners. Either way, the bowl is coming back to the NFC East or West.
You was right the first time.
49ers and Ravens?
No, it's coming back to the NFC East.
Oh, so you got the Cowboys winning.
Cowboys winning. God. Oh.
No, I was just joking.
Oh.
I'm a Ravens fan. You think I'm going to pick the Cowboys?
Listen.
I'm going to be biased all day. I'm going to be biased all day with my Super Bowl pick.
I try to be unbiased, but listen. Ain't no way.
My team was trash. If my team was trash, I wouldn't pick them. My team is good. I'm picking my team to win the Super Bowl.
Hey, I got you.
You feel me? Like, but Ravens against who? I'm going Ravens versus Seattle, man.
That'd be good.
I
that's
got
a
I got
good
Ra-
defense.
I got Ravens versus Seattle. So and I'm gonna take the Ravens to win
So
over Seattle.
I had the Ravens versus the Bucks. And I got the Ravens winning that.
Tom Brady, yo, that will piss Tom Brady off if he loses against the Ravens in the Super Bowl, bruh. That's his kryptonite for real.
Yep. So
Oh man, that one will be funny.
we can run through these awards, man. Listen, we're going on almost hour number 3. We're gonna run through these awards. Listen, I don't know how y'all want to do. You want to go top 5, whatever it is, or y'all just want to pick
Listen,
who y'all pick.
I'll tell
You
you.
just pick who I pick. I didn't even pick a top 5. I just picked.
Alright.
Somebody.
Got you. Cause, all right. So I'm gonna start with Coach of the Year. I picked Cliff Kingsbury to be Coach of the Year.
I picked Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
I don't understand how Pete Carroll can win it if his team always is always good.
I know. I was thinking that, but I was like, yo, like this team to me, like it's in my opinion top 3 in the league.
I got you.
I mean, and if they perform the way that they should, I don't see why they shouldn't.
John Harbaugh got it last year, so
yeah.
I'm going
I got them having the best record in the league too, so that normally ties in with that as well.
I got you.
Go ahead.
You said Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Listen, you got the Cowboys high.
Only because he's going to be measured against Jason Garrett.
Yeah, and he always going to be in the spotlight. And if you get that team to the playoffs and be good, I can see that. My Rookie of the Year, I struggled with this one. But if it's a quarterback in there, he gonna win it. So I got Joe Burrow.
I got Chase Young. Even though the Redskins are gonna suck, he's gonna be the highlight in my opinion.
They're no longer the Redskins, son.
Oh, sorry, Washington football team. It's gonna take some getting used to. But I think that he was the best player in the draft. So
I agree.
Chase Young.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna go with a receiver, and I'm gonna go with Ruggs.
Ooh.
I feel like Derek Carr has something to prove, and I feel like that guy's gonna just stand out. And I feel like, man, it was just way too many top receivers in that draft, man. Somebody's gonna stand out, and I mean, I feel you with the Joe Burrow thing, but I feel like he's gonna struggle in that division. I feel like those 3 defenses.
Mm-hmm.
I feel 6 games. I feel like he's gonna struggle. So I'm gonna go with a receiver, and I'm gonna go with Ruggs.
Yeah, that's why I said I struggled a little bit with it. But according to me, they're gonna win 7 games. So, look, they win 7 games. They're gonna have to give it to Joe Burrow. But my next in line that I had behind him was CeeDee Lamb. I think that offense is gonna be fire. If that offense is fire, CeeDee Lamb might win 1,000 yards. So that's why I picked him right behind him. But
I was gonna say CD, but I didn't want to sound like a closet Cowboy
fan. So defensive player of the year, I picked Myles Garrett, which is why I have the Browns so high. And I wanted to give him some love. The boy had 10 sacks, 10 games last year. Myles Garrett, man. Myles Garrett coming back to do his thing.
They will not give Helmet Man the defensive player of the year. They will not give it to Helmet Man.
So this one, if it has to go to one of the brothers, it has to be the one that's on the 49ers. So it's going to Nick Bosa.
Oh, my God.
Really, dude, man. Really?
Hey, listen.
It's not biased at all.
49ers all the way.
Not biased at all.
You picked your boys. So you picked the 49ers to win the Super Bowl and Nick Bosa to win defensive player. I'm surprised Kyle Shanahan. You thought about putting Kyle Shanahan back coach of the year, right?
No, I actually didn't. I was straight on with my coach of the year because I think Listen,
that's the best team in the NFL.
yeah, yeah. So you gonna see it here in the next minute or two. But yeah, the defensive player of the year, Nick Bosa.
My defensive player of the year, I'm gonna go with a safety. I'm gonna go with Harrison Smith, um, from Minnesota. I feel like that defense is gonna be really, really good, and I feel like him being that the quarterback on the back end, I feel like, excuse me, I feel like he's gonna have a great year. So I'm gonna go with Harrison Smith.
Yeah, I can't knock that. My offensive player of the year, I picked Lamar Jackson. Um, I think people are going to try to scheme and game plan for him. And I think that he's going to kill him. He's going to kill him with his arm this year. I think he's going to kill him with his arm this year. I think this is the year he take that step to evolve into a better passer. And last year he had Hollywood injured. I think this year Hollywood put on pounds. He's better. He's going to be healthier. I think Hollywood have a breakout year as well. But Lamar Jackson is my offensive player of the year.
Offensive player of the year is Russell Wilson.
Right.
Just ain't got no. Just
Hey, listen, I get it, man.
Sierra's husband.
I get it, bro. Russell Wilson, a bad man.
And he got a lot of decent weapons around him as well. I just realized this nigga got Greg Olsen, bro.
Yep.
Granted, he old, but that's still an upgrade.
He's reliable.
So.
Greg Olsen, Josh Gordon. He got the speed.
Okay.
Still got Doug Ball. Hold on. We doing offensive player of the year, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm trying to get away from just picking the I'm not going with a quarterback. I went with a quarterback for my MVP. So I'm gonna go with a running back for offensive player of the year. And I'm gonna go with Alvin Kamara.
Ooh.
I believe that Drew Brees is not Drew Brees anymore. And I believe that the screen game and the run game is going to be the main focus of that offense. And he goes over 3,000 yards from scrimmage.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm with you, but I leaned with Lamar, but behind him I had Miles Sanders. Not biased. I just think he's gonna get a lot of work. He's gonna get a lot of work catching and running. So I definitely understand with the running back thing. My MVP, I got 5 of them up here, man. It was a struggle. I didn't know who to go with, but this is why I got the Cardinals at 12-4, because I think Kyler Murray takes another leap. He goes to another level with DeAndre Hopkins and wins the MVP this year.
Boy.
Second year player 3 years in a row.
Yep. And that's what I'm going with.
Oh man. It's a struggle hearing that and then also having to say who I picked as my MVP as well. But I picked the offensive player of the year as the MVP. Russell Wilson. And that's why I had the coach of the year as Pete Carroll. Unfortunately, I think that they could possibly be the best team in the NFL.
Listen, what they did on defense, that's what they're missing.
Yeah, with Jamal Adams, that was great. So, yeah,
so
I got
you
Russell
defeated
Wilson
already, son.
Definitely sound defeated.
That because it's paining me to say it because I'm trying to be unbiased, but I mean, realistically, like we seen it last year, it was between 49ers and the Seahawks as far as the division, and how close it came. And the 49ers making it to the Super Bowl just lets you know that that those inches on that last game could have determined whether or not the Seahawks would have had home field advantage and went to the Super Bowl versus the 49ers. So I'm hoping that we can win on the road this year, to be quite honest, because I think that the Seahawks is going to have a pretty good year this year. So Russell Wilson at MVP.
I have Russ in my top 3.
Sierra husband.
I have Russ in the
Call
top
that man Sierra husband one more
That's
time.
what he
is. He's a bigger star than her. She is Russell Wilson's wife. He's the bigger star.
I knew Sierra before I knew Russell Wilson. So that's Sierra's husband. Go ahead.
New upper.
Yeah, new of her. I'll say.
I'm gonna stick with the Cowboys team.
Ah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take that.
Ooh. Shout out to the
He got a
Cowboys.
lot. He got a lot to play for, man. There's a lot of pressure on him. There's a lot of pressure on him, and I'm gonna take that, man. He got all of those. He got all of those weapons. He's got an offensive system. If he is what they think he is, he should have a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
Phenomenal year.
Oh,
So I'm
he
gonna
did.
take that for MVP.
Man.
With what can I say this for you?
Yep.
With what you said, it does make sense. Mike McCarthy had Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying Dak Aaron, but he got a lot more weapons there, and he got a running game. So,
But apparently, and who the freak that court? Kellen Moore is still calling the plays there. So.
oh god. All right.
Yeah.
We got another clapper
Until halftime of week 1.
Get him out of there.
So I have my man Josh Allen as a close second too. But,
Josh Allen for MVP. Okay.
Man, he big on Buffalo, man.
Yeah, he is.
Listen, I thought Josh Allen was the second best quarterback in that draft, and he's proven it. He's proven it. And I think he got a cannon, man. He gonna let it fly this year. I think he's gonna let it fly this year. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited about football. Real quick before we wrap it up, we gotta make the pick for tomorrow. I got Kansas City winning it. In a shootout, I got Kansas City winning probably like 50 to 45, something like that.
Does it? Oh, man, my brain ain't even locked into the spreads. I done forgot all about. Okay, so I don't know what the spread is, but I got the Chiefs covering no matter what. The Chiefs winning.
Hold on, the spread, man.
Oh no,
sure. The spread is 9. The line is 9 right now.
It's 9.
Yeah.
It's in Kansas City, right?
Yep, it's in Kansas City.
I'll still cover.
I'll take 9. I'll take 9.
They play them tough every year. They just listen. They can take 9 because they still got Bill O'Brien as the head coach.
I don't right, and I don't like the Texans defense, bro. I don't like the Texans defense.
I don't like the Chiefs defense either.
I don't like the Texas defense. I don't like the Chiefs defense. But I'll take the Chiefs in a shootout, but they're not gonna cover that 9. Now the bet to make is the over/under.
Yeah, I take the over all day.
Oh man, one of them is gonna score more than that probably.
What is
45 and a half.
Oh yeah, I'm taking it. Listen,
45 and a half. Were they serious?
54 and a half. My bad.
Oh, 54 and a half. Seriously.
I'm still taking it. I'm
still taking it.
Week 1.
The Chiefs win 56-55.
I definitely see it. Definitely see it.
This is gonna be a Big 12 shootout.
I say 41-31, and Chiefs still covered.
Can you imagine being a defensive player tomorrow and the first dude you see in true live action
is
Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes?
Oh,
that's my warm-up. That's my warm-up.
Game 1?
Man, come on, man. Vegas, y'all gonna lose a lot of money. Matter of fact, I'm going to play that. I'm going to take the over. That's easy money.
Easy money.
That's easy money, man. Again, I think both teams, they might cover that in the first half.
Listen.
What's they did last year, didn't they?
I'm about to figure out the other 2 games to match up with this one because I think I'm gonna go to tomorrow ASAP to the casino, as they would say.
Gosh.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Go there. There's a few other games, but we'll talk about that on Friday.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that on Friday.
Boston, Toronto, and double overtime. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Toronto came back.
Oh,
double overtime right now.
All right. Go ahead with your housekeeping because I want to turn the television on.
All right. Listen. Final thoughts. I give y'all mine first. Nothing deep. Football is back. I'm excited, man. I'm excited about football being back. This is the season. As a sports fan for me, I live for. So I'm excited. Go Birds. And football is back, man. Let's get it.
Which bird you talking about? The
Go
Cardinals?
Eagles.
Okay.
Go
'cause
Eagles.
you
I
got
ain't
the
want to spell it all out for you.
got-
Nah, he talking about the Cardinals.
He talking about the Cardinals.
Cardinals. Hey,
That's what he
listen.
talking about.
Hey, my final thought is forget all the superstition. Ain't no hangover. Let's go. Quest for 6. All that. And I ain't even realized that football started tomorrow until like a couple days ago. This is how much this year has been all ran together. So yeah.
We haven't had no preseason, man.
Mhm, that's what it is.
And basketball's on. That's what that's yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's weird.
Go ahead.
My final thought, man, is just enjoy everything every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know what tomorrow holds. Football might not even happen. So enjoy it while it lasts, man. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Toronto forced a game 7.
It did?
It's 123, 119. 12 seconds left.
Oh man, come on. Boston, I picked y'all.
So with that being said, y'all, like I said, we're excited about football and sports being back. That was our show. I know it was a little long, but it was a special. Football is back. But if y'all like the shows, you enjoy our shows, go to our link tree on our Facebook page. You can see all our platforms that we are on. If you have a show that you want to discuss, whether that be awareness show, jumping on our sports show, or on our Friday shows, let us know. We will get you in. But until next time, y'all, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Speak on it.
Peace.